Coming up next on Good
Arms
Kid
of an
Bad
Angel
Theories.
commercials. Like, bro,
I turned the channel every time that shit came on.
I hated that.
Anytime I
hated
see that
that.
commercial, I'm
I
like,
hated that.
I think it's time to go to bed.
Right.
Starting to get late.
That's
Because you know they play those in the middle of the night because they don't play them during the game.
They never
Hell
do.
no.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Never is.
LeBron hits a 3, they go up 6, and then it cuts to like every 2 minutes, a small African baby is in the face. You're just like,
right. And whole time you got NBA league
Viewers'
pass.
discretion advised. This is gonna hurt. You are now locked in with Good Kid Bad Theories with David Terrell Green, Metrick, and Cityy'Boi Don.
goodness gracious, I just realized, man, like I'm outnumbered again
What you mean?
with the locks, man.
You the one that don't want to get them. You gotta go after
I always like, is that like the new hairstyle? Is that the new thing that's in right now? Is the locks? Like as far as like hairstyle with black men, because like
I wouldn't say that. I would say
everyone got locks. Everyone I see that has locks, and people tell me I need to get locks. I don't have the head for it.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. My head's too like it's round in the back area.
You're colored, so by default, you have the head for it.
that
You definitely got the hair for it too.
if that's the well, I mean, with that logic, you would be like, oh well, you're you're because you're black, brown, etc. They're like natural hair.
Yeah.
But it's just like not every black person can pull off natural hair though.
No, but they're still able to do it because of that.
Sure.
You know, like you got that privilege to be able to do it. Like honestly, try it. COVID was my start.
See, yes, that's see, you got an escape pass because we couldn't go outside.
Couldn't have nobody to tee me like, look at them roaches on your head. No, I was in the house.
You
Couldn't
started,
nobody see
you
that.
started with little.
Yes,
little
sir.
boy.
I did. I sure did.
When I met Brandon, like his hair was kind of like mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, when it got shut down and we couldn't go like anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
like the next time I saw bro, he had the joints popping. So it's just like, you lucky
going.
bastard. You know what I'm saying? Like you got off easy. You know,
Yeah,
like
definitely went through that ugly phase. Didn't nobody talk too much. Lyric does. Lyric always talk shit about my locks.
yes, but
It's cool though. I don't give. I don't think that it's like a trend right now. I think that what was a trend was the high top locks. Like,
Oh yeah,
because now I guess it's cutting those off. Because
What's the high top locks?
Like what Donnell got.
yeah, but Donnell, I can't stand him.
What he got, bro. That's a trend.
Light skin with locks, bro. That's the ultimate kryptonite, man. Women be weak in the knees as soon as they see that dude. I'm sick of it.
but it works. It works. And even if you look in the media, you know, with I think was it the evil Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Like when they were doing it then, like it was so popular, like they started doing it then, and it's like, dog, is this like the cookie cutter, you know, black thing that they're doing right now, or like if you have color, like that's the look,
Right.
It has to be it, man. Because it's like, I don't know. A lot of times I'm just not. I don't want to go through that ugly phase. I have like enough stuff that I'm going through. I don't need people to talk crap about like my hair. People talk crap about enough stuff about me already. I don't need the hair to be next.
Fuck them
Like,
niggas.
Nah, for
They
real.
gonna talk when you do good, talk when you do
well,
bad.
I mean, like, at a certain age, don't you think there's this like, okay, I can't do any of this stuff anymore? Like, I think I'm past the prime of like, okay, tattoos. I don't have any tattoos, but like, if I was gonna get one, I would have had it already. I think I'm too like, I'm out of the game now.
You
I can't
definitely
do it.
not too old for that. Because
Yeah.
I'm finna give me a tattoo, and I'm older than you.
What'd you finna get?
Oh, I have this great idea. So, it's this fucking like Naruto themed tattoo. Let me see where it's at.
How many tattoos do you have, Brandon?
Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm at
8 tattoos?
Yeah, this is my newest one on my calf. I got a Dragon Ball on the Nimbus Cloud. So, group of my homies and my
Oh,
boy,
nice.
he does over it off of Leavenworth.
Yeah.
And so I got the 6-star ball. Another homie's doing the 4-star. Another one's doing the 3-star. And then we got another one that we're gonna do with the Dragon Radar.
Okay.
And he's gonna put like different dots on it or whatever, kind of like signifying like where each of us are at. So we had started this like years ago, like talked about it. And he was like, yeah, man, for your birthday, like, I'll just tattoo you up. I'm like, all right, bet. Yeah. So I kicked it off. Now everybody's like, man, this nigga's trying to start it up. I'm like, well, y'all niggas talked about it. So I just pulled up on him. Boom. Now I got it. What's up?
Right. Dead ass. This is the little tattoo. I mean, this little tattoo idea right here. But like,
That's raw.
if you can see it, like, it's Jiraiya obviously right here.
Yes.
Jiraiya actually symbolizes me. So, you know, most tattoo artists.
You're a
don't like
pervert?
to- Shut the fuck up. Most tattoo artists don't like
I mean,
to-
that is pretty common.
No, nigga, you not understanding.
No, I understand perfectly.
Tattoo artists.
I can't say a word without this dude getting the.
Like, tattoo artists don't like to do the same shit like exactly the way it is. So instead of this white hair, I'm obviously gonna put my locks.
Okay.
And I'm gonna change the skin tone.
Okay.
All of them. This small one is gonna be Kai. You remember Kai used to have a ponytail. So
Yes.
instead of Naruto having a little yellow shit, he gonna have his little ponytail.
Sure.
And then this is Kai. He gonna be him right now, obviously. And he has like a little mohawk deal going on. And it's pretty much just signifying like the sacrifices that I made so that he could be great. Is what that looks like. Like the ladder.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's tough.
Yeah,
You gonna have the moon in the background
I'm
too?
gonna get that moon
That's
too.
tough.
And I'm getting that shit right here.
Yeah, that's tough.
That shit gonna be hard as fuck. You can get off me.
What if he accidentally messes up and then the moon looks like a nipple? You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Guys.
you got to think about that because like there are some like tattoo artists they mess up and you're stuck with it forever. You know what I'm saying? There is no because all right, like if you're going to tattoo school, right? You have to practice. So eventually you're gonna like accidentally screw up somebody's skin and they're stuck with that forever. The same way as just like if you go to barber school, you have to practice on some poor nigga's head and then out of nowhere they're gonna be walking around with that whack cut for the next 2 weeks.
But that hair gonna grow back.
It's gonna grow back, but at the same
Not
time,
taking that risk.
A good tattoo artist knows how to fix their mistakes without you even knowing that they did it. They won't even tell you that they fucked it up. I've heard that from tattoo artists. They be like, man, I fucked up so many tattoos, but I fixed it. Like, and they don't even know that I like messed up right here, whatever.
Too
But
much
at
risk.
the same time, you got to go to the ones like for me. I'm willing to spend. I'm not looking for no motherfucking deal. Like, oh yeah, my tattoo artist said he'd do that shit for like $150. I will pay if it's $5. I'll pay the $5. If you have a great body of work, I'm gonna have this shit on my life, like on me for the rest of my life.
Sure.
So you need to really like put in mad work. I'm willing to pay that.
My mom was always like really like against tattoos. You know what I'm saying? But like, cause like her whole thing was like, what she said, well, it's stuck like that forever and it's not gonna look the same when you're old. So you'll have a horse on your chest and then it'll be a giraffe when you're 70. I'm just like, you think too much. You know what I'm saying? That's probably where I get it from. The logic with that. It's just like, well, wait a second. But I don't know.
I feel like that applies to people that don't take care of themselves throughout life. Like if you don't let yourself go, you moderately, eat healthy.
Because I mean,
it still look the same.
Yeah, because I mean, like everyone is gonna get like older. We're gonna get like wrinkles. You know what? High key, that's something that's always been kind of like I've been afraid of. As far as like getting older, where I used to be, whereas it's like I would see like old folks walk around with like, nigga, you wearing Birkenstocks? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and then you got like the freaking Charlie Brown t-shirt, and it's just like, I'm like, no. And I was always kind of like terrified of that. I'm just like, man, I'm not saying I'm the most fashionable person, but I got to start wearing that.
Hell no,
you know what I'm saying? And from there, I was just like, I don't know if I'm.
I keep telling everybody, Paw Rick's gonna be one of the freshest grandpas ever, bro.
Sure.
I'm gonna still be talking like this. They gonna probably think I'm a motherfucking trip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
not fat.
And not fat.
Yeah, that's the one thing. It's just the not fat part, man. That's like the one thing that definitely scares me.
Yeah, and not fat.
Like,
you could definitely like, especially if you got good genetics. Like my dad has really good genetics, even though he don't take care of himself. Like he still looks young. So I know that my hair's not gonna gray for a long ass time. I know I'm not gonna lose my hair because he still has a head full of hair. You know, like he when he works out, he gets solid and cut like real quick. Even at his age right now, so I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be cool, and then my mom too.
What about you, man? Are you ready to be older? Or are you afraid of your mortality like me?
Oh no, I love it. I love it. It's cool now because even at 32, like all my students, they call me Unc.
No. I hate that.
month. They're like, "What's up, Uncle Williams?" And I'm like, I'm not even about to just cause a rise to that.
I hate that.
You're not
bro.
even Unc yet,
bro.
I don't even feel close to being.
I hate
Unc.
that, bro. Somebody called me Unc because I said that the Drake the recent Drake Nokia video. I don't know if you've seen it, but it sucks in my opinion. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of people, they said, "Oh, well, he was doing it as a troll move to Kendrick," and I was like, "That's dumb," because as much of a big budget as you have, and I was like basically saying, "Oh, well, the colors and aesthetics," and I was breaking it down, and someone said, "Oh, you just a Unc hating," and I'm just like, what does that even mean? Like like all you young kids out there who watch this podcast, like, y'all gotta stop abusing that word.
You gotta be mindful who you call Unc, cause
Bro.
listen. But it also depends on like the context. Cause the kids at school, they'll do it as like a term of endearment.
Okay.
Like they'll pull my leg or whatever.
Okay.
I might drop like an anime reference or whatever. Oh
Sure.
man, you Unc status right there. Or like my seventh graders, are probably the most musically adept class I've ever worked with. I mean, they pulled up in class one time. They go, "Mr. Williams," because I like playing music during my classes.
Sure.
And it's like, "Hey, Mr. Williams, you know who Marvin Sapp is?" I'm like, "What?" Yes. I'm like, "How do you know who Marvin Sapp?"
Yeah.
"Come on, Mr. Williams." And I'm like, growing up black, getting ready for church Sunday. I'm like, "Yeah, man." So they literally did homework listening to gospel.
Okay.
And then went from that to Aaliyah. Then from Aaliyah to R. Kelly. Then from R. Kelly to Boyz II Men. New Edition. I mean, we going down the line. Not a single rapper of today they asked to play.
Okay.
And I'm like, "Oh, I vibe with y'all."
Yeah.
And so like if they Unc me, I'm like, I don't mind, because I'm like, well, shoot, y'all got old spirits too. Every single one of y'all.
I mean, yeah, it's
know?
just like when you play that music and like you grow up around it, it's just kind of like you get like an appreciation for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that was what I grew up around primarily, was like gospel and like oldies. The rap stuff, like it started to show up like probably as I started getting closer to my adolescence, but with that came like heavy restrictions. Like, and when I say heavy restrictions, fam, like you had people, I grew up in like the church, right? And like you had people in the youth group that were terrified of Lecrae. Like Lecrae, of all people, man, like there were people that thought, like the moment I listened to Riding With My Top Down, listening to this Jesus music, that I was about to join the Crips. Like I'm telling you, bro, people were afraid of that type of stuff. And so like, even with that, like it took a while to get like kind of into it. But like from there, it's just like, I just have I don't know.
Yeah, I do fuck with the oldies. My mom used to listen to a lot of oldies too. Like
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, Babyface.
Yeah.
Did you see that like that Mount Rushmore of like the what was it? The Mount Rushmore of R&B singers, and it was one of the worst like Mount Rushmores I've ever seen. It was Neo, Usher, Chris Brown, and Michael Jackson as far as R&B.
I don't feel like Neo deserves it yet.
Neo,
I don't think
Neo
he's
ain't
ever
gonna
deserved
get
it.
I
Like,
mean, he does like a lot of writing.
he's a great lyrical person because he does
Yeah.
write a lot of songs.
yeah,
that
but
we
when you
don't
think
know
of
about.
R&B, you don't think of Neo. Like, no offense to Neo, but it's like there are so many like R&B artists that you. First off, Michael Jackson is not an R&B artist.
I knew he was gonna go there. He's a pop artist.
He's a pop artist. He's called the king of pop, not the king of R&B. You know what I'm saying? And he
So who's
only,
supposed to be on there then? Key Sweat?
you know, who,
But
Because they call him the king of R&B, and I do not fuck with him. Sorry,
I might get some flack. I put Joe ahead of Keith Sweat personally.
he nice as fuck.
I will put Joe ahead of Keith Sweat.
but that's a fair that's a fair assessment, because now you're going into like actual like R&B singers. Like Michael Jackson only had one era of an R&B sound from the Invincible era, and that era wasn't even that successful, not because of him, but more because of the record companies and stuff like that. But it's like, when I saw that, I'm like, there's one person from this list that no one wants to put on here because no one wants to get viewed as a weirdo.
Who's that?
You know who it is. Say his name.
What do you mean?
I'm like Heisenberg, say my name. Say it.
Who?
R. Kelly. Okay?
Oh yeah, R. Kelly. For
okay,
Sure.
look, and that's the problem.
Can you separate the artist from the personal life? And it's hard for most people, but as an artist,
Yeah.
which we are,
Yeah.
we kind of have to look at it subjectively. Like, they might be a piece of shit of a person, but they're still influential through their art.
I think the problem is a lot of times people will, because in their attempt to condemn the actions of an individual, they have to pretend that their art and the stuff they did was never good to begin with. That's the thing that always blows my mind, because you'll have people that will talk about R. Kelly or Cosby or whoever, and they'll just pretend, nah, that was never good. I didn't really like that. It wasn't that funny. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Come on now.
Like,
Come
look,
on now.
you cannot, you don't have to support the person, but if you're gonna look at me in my face and tell me that R. Kelly's music is not good out of your like defiance to him, bro, I'm gonna need you to come down from that horse. Like, I sound really bad right now, but it's just
Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, ain't none of them shut down his stations, none of his music. That stuff is still heavy in rotation.
Yep.
I think that's because like they know. Yeah, because like Spotify and them, like they know it's just like, yo, if we get rid of this, then people are probably gonna get mad. So we gotta like
associate they shit, like associate like a person's like actions based off they like, if it don't line up with their music, they'll stop liking them for that too. Like with the whole R. Kelly situation, they're probably like, man, he was singing all these songs and blah blah blah, but he acted like this and da da da. That shit don't bother me. I know what R. Kelly
or like how, you have people like, oh, I can't listen to this the same anymore.
I mean, that's gonna happen. Like like you might hear a few Drake songs and be like. Like,
right? No, you know what? Like, I shouldn't. Never mind. I'm about to expose myself.
You about to go ahead.
Okay, so I was in the booty club one time, right? And so it's just like,
boy, here we go.
I was in the booty club one time, and like Jumbo Screen Poppin' or whatever was playing, and like I was sitting there, and like the performer went up on stage, and I was just like.
If I tell her she go for she go more
I think this is a good time to go to the bathroom. She's like, "Where are you going?" I'm just like, "Don't know." This isn't
has nothing to do with you.
This has nothing to do with you. You're very beautiful.
That is crazy, bro. But yeah,
I know you got to make some money to support your kids. But I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't. Not to this song, baby.
Yeah, people take that stuff way too seriously.
What makes it so bad? The signs were there early on,
right?
Sure.
And people, but that should be a telltale on how great of an artist he is. Like, this motherfucker's so good. Mm-hmm. You got known celebrities coming out. Oh no, R. Kelly's fucking weird. Mm-hmm. Dude, Dave Chappelle did a whole skit about that shit. And it was like, that's so funny. That's so funny. No one's calling attention to this shit. It's like, hey man, come on, bro. I believe I can fly, bro. R. Kelly, yes, I get it, but hello. But it took 4 Lifetime stories for y'all to really get the full picture of it and everything. And that's the fucked up part about it. People want to act all appalled and everything.
Sure.
People knew about R. Kelly since the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some red flags, like when he was fucking with Aaliyah.
Yeah,
like,
that right there was like, all right.
He said age is nothing but a number. And he's just in the background, just like.
Y'all see the viral videos of this nigga Trey Songz, like you see how Trey Songz been over the course of time. That nigga's been tweaking.
Oh, I love him.
I know, like
shit.
He looked like a fucking like.
I've never been a big fan of Trey Songz's voice.
Yeah.
You ever seen that video of him, like, they were supposed to be honoring Prince, and they had Trey Songz, like, sing Purple Rain, and they cut to Prince, and he has this look on his face. He's just kind of like...
That nigga
like,
Prince
he is, like,
pissed.
not... He was pissed. Like, if Prince could just get up and walk out, he probably would have. Like, he just...
You fucking my song up, dude.
Bro,
damn.
I would hate that. Like, I can only imagine, like... If I had like a very viral song and like the worst person to like sing,
they should have asked us some shit like that though.
Yeah.
They should have like, yeah, we doing a tribute to you.
Who would you want to perform?
Yeah, who would you think will be able to perform your song nearly as close as you can?
He probably would say nobody.
Well,
he's like, let me perform it.
There you go.
Yeah.
What the fuck is we got? Now you pissed him off. You gonna zoom in on him like he's supposed to smile. That nigga like.
It's even crazy because that's probably what the most pettiest person that was in the music industry at that time.
Yeah.
Prince. Like,
yeah,
bro, you gonna piss off Prince?
They're just like, you like this?
Very
Does this make you want to
particular.
smile? It's just like, no.
I feel like Beyonce said the same shit. Like if somebody was like, "Oh yeah, we're paying a tribute to you," and blah 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 blah, like who you want? She'd probably be like, nobody. Like don't have nobody sing none of my shit. I feel like she would do that too.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like she would be that type of person to do that shit too. But Yeah, man, that shit motherfucking crazy. That R. Kelly shit is not. It's crazy, but
you think
you can't knock that nigga's music. His music don't go bad because of the shit that he did. You don't look at him now like, oh, this is rubbish. Like, nigga, these are multi-platinum ass songs. They might hit you.
Like, that song is mid. The song is mid, huh?
So then, do you think Diddy has the same weight?
No, because Diddy sucks at music.
He definitely sucks. Yeah, no,
like,
you don't.
Like honestly, when it boils down to it, like when you really think about it, like, all right, look at like Ye for an example. The main thing that people continue to argue when it comes to Ye is his musical genius. Mm-hmm. That is like if Ye was just horrible at music, people would not be defending him the way that they defend him right now.
Yep. They go hard for that.
That's what I'm saying. So like you got to think about it like Diddy. Diddy was never really good at music. So it's like even if he got in trouble, it's just like, yeah, but he's not good. So it's like we don't really have anything like a leg to stand on.
Yep.
So do you think he was a weirdo before the money, or did the money turn him into a weirdo?
I think everybody at a certain point has their morals brought into question to see like how far a person will go. And then after, like, I don't think a person wakes up in the morning and is just like, I think I'm gonna fondle some buttholes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just like nobody gets up in the morning that's just like, kids, don't watch this episode, okay? Brandon's kids, don't watch this episode. Like,
going down the rabbit hole.
Exactly. Don't talk about this growing podcast. No, nobody gets up no one wakes up in the morning and is just like, man, I just realized something, man. I should have asked you this. Is there anything you don't want us to talk about? Oh, no, because I just thought about that. He works with kids. We talk about R. Kelly. We talk about Bill Cosby.
When I leave this earth, I want people to know, even former students, like, I'm very transparent.
Okay.
I'm very, like, I have, obviously, like, levels on certain conversations when you reach a certain age, but, like, I talk about any and everything. I don't care, man.
I didn't think about that. I really should have asked that, because, I'm like, bro.
That's why I was like, hey, yo, what's this filter? Because I'll get deep in a conversation, right? Yes. I was just saying, whatever. I'm like, I ain't gonna be too out of pocket, but
absolutely,
when I'm comfortable, I will speak, my mind without.
That being said, Jews control the media. No, I'm playing. I'm joking. Okay. Hey, what's going on?
Jews control the media.
Hey, before you blow, I was like, hey, yo, remember that podcast you did?
Oh boy, I was joking, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Good Kid, Bad Theories. Hey, it's episode 60. 60
in
we
this
are here now.
We finally made it, y'all.
We're finally, hey man, and we are growing slowly, not slowly but surely, because sometimes we just get that burst and we just go for it. So hey guys, we are sitting at as of right now 768 subscribers, man. Let's get us to that 1K. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel for all sorts of new videos, man. We've got so many events that are lining up. We just got to get all the logistics part together. David Terrell Green here, a.k.a. Day Marino. Look, Cityy'Boi Don is not with us today. He is handling some family affairs, but we replaced him for a tall, muscular, locked up brother who goes by there. Too many words. Let's try this again. He goes by the name of Brandon Ithrodown Williams. In the house.
What's good? It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, sir. Hey man, this guy is an actor. He is a chef. Okay. This man knows how to cook it, whip it in the kitchen. No stir fry. Okay.
Good job. Yeah.
Okay. So then why didn't you find it?
Okay, first off, I didn't go into somebody's bedroom. I checked the kitchen behind you, basement downstairs, attic. You know what I'm saying? That's 3 places to your measly one.
Oh, you would check the kitchen. Man, just admit it. I'm the Michael Jordan of the group. It only makes sense to have to come in and pick up the slack between you two niggas. Wow. That would make you Pippen and you Dennis Rodman.
Thank you. Why are you saying thank you? He's insulting us.
Yeah, man, Dennis Rodman was a good-ass player.
You know what? Fuck what he talking about. You want to be Michael Jordan? That's fine.
Yeah?
Michael Jordan played for the White Sox, though.
Okay. You Allen Iverson at the casino.
You Pete Rose in the casino.
I need to watch more sports. I am so lost right now.
Shh. Y'all hear that?
Fuck. Somebody's here.
Thank you for joining us, sir.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate it. Before you go into that,
yes,
question, because I did a survey with my girl and I.
Yes.
When y'all hear the name Ithrodown, what comes to mind?
Fades. Straight ones. But you talk about cooking though, huh?
I mean, he led into it, and I was gonna phase. So, David, when you first saw it, what did you think?
Well, I mean, I didn't know what it meant, so I was just like, because I survived the Facebook era where people would like put like Brenda, blessed and highly favored Renee Jackson.
That's right.
On Facebook.
That's why I get.
And so I was just like, okay, like that's what I thought it was. So I just didn't really like. I was like, oh, okay, that's.
That's what that is.
So
But you got it like straight to face.
apparently, getting in a conversation with my girl. Brought up the name Ithrodown, and she was like, "Yeah, well, you know, before we started talking and everything, me and my homegirl, we thought you was talking about slinging peen." I was like, "What? Like, that has absolutely like no connection." So it's 9:00 at night. We in my car. We just calling people like, "Hey," and you hear the name Brandon Ithrodown. What comes to mind? She called some of her people. I called some of mine. Kid you not. 2 of her gay friends was like, "Oh, it sounds like he's slinging dick." Another one was like, "It sounds like he likes booty." I'm like, "What the fuck?" She called her grandmother. Her grandmother goes,
Not grandma.
I think it's related to cooking. And I was like, see, that's what I'm saying. It's related to cooking.
Cooking.
Yeah.
And then she goes, but that was the polite way I was thinking. I was like, what you, huh? She goes, the way I was initially thinking, it had something to do with the bedroom. I was like, oh my God. So apparently, I'm out here slinging dick. And again, news to me. I done made this thing, 15, 16 years ago. I'm in the middle of culinary school when I got the nickname.
Okay.
And unbeknownst to me, people read my name think I'm out here either throwing hands or throwing dick.
Or throwing both.
Throwing both.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
on side official.
That's the first
hey
thing I
baby,
was
I'll
told.
knock you down and then I'll beat your baby daddy's ass.
Right.
Let's go.
Shoot, I called another homie, love him to death, but had a little bit of hater in his tone. Because of him, I'm like, fuck it, I'm keeping it. I don't give a shit.
What did he say? What did the hater
It's
say?
like, man, I ain't even gonna lie to you, 2BH, that shit kind of trash, bro, man. Like, you kind of at that point where it's like, people saying like skibbity doo wop, that's what that kind of relates to.
No.
It's like, nah, man, you got to get rid of that.
Nah,
Man.
I don't think it's the same. I don't think that those connect the same.
No, I didn't. And I'm like, it's more like an umbrella. It's like in a brand, like, you know, Top Dog Entertainment. I'm like, all right, I'll make it, you know, big with the acting and everything.
Sure.
I'm thinking, you know, Throwdown Entertainment, you know, ITD, I throw down
Absolutely.
or something. Like it's like an visionary kind of thing. But I've had it for so long that even people that I got don't see, they kind of like tie the I throw down with me. And then if you look it up like on Facebook or Instagram, I'm like at the top of the list. So if anything, I'm working this algorithm out in my favor.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it's a brand thing. It's just like, and plus, like, now I can understand. Okay, I can understand how people may take it as if this person is giving the initial D, no anime. You know what I'm saying? But like, I can understand that. But like, I think a lot of times people just be so freaked out and perverted with their minds. And that's not like a diss to anybody, but it's like sometimes people be so like, that's the first thing they go
The world
to.
is
So
hypersexualized right now.
we are very hypersexualized.
yeah.
Just know that went where I was at. I thought bro was out here whooping ass.
That's what my dad thought. He's like, throw down.
Throw down, nigga.
Like, fighting, like you scrapping? I was like, I mean, nah. I mean, we can, but like, nah, bro.
Can you fight?
Can I fight?
Put these fucking gloves on.
The podcast is just like, so speaking of your name, we freaked out the gloves.
I like, that's like one of those, like, I like to say yes, but because so many people around here know me, nobody ever like fucks with me like that.
Sure,
So
that's
I've
me
never been in
too.
a situation where I needed to.
Right, that's me too.
Yeah.
You know?
I barely, but yeah.
I think a lot of times though, it's just like depending on like how you are, because some people will be like very intimidated by your presence or what the kids like to call aura.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times they'll see you, they'll like try you for some reason. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of where it's like, okay, I don't know if I need to like do, because a lot of people who talk about like, yeah, man, I can fight, they can't.
Right.
Like their idea of fight is go for his legs. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, that's
clown.
yeah. It's not the same.
So they see these big ass hands, and it's like, he
Niggas
might
don't
could
get
fight, but he might. But if he could, I'm like, you see them big ass hands? Like, I got sharp ass knuckles. Like, I get them from my grandfather.
Sure.
You know, whether I could fight or not, these motherfuckers connect. It's gonna do some damage.
Oh yeah.
So
It's gonna it may not kill you, but it'll mess your day up.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, if you really feel like taking an L that day,
Sure.
by all means. But I'm so easy going. Like, it takes a lot to provoke me. But most of the time, people see me, they're like, nah.
Yeah.
I ain't got that.
I'd rather not, right?
I'd rather not find out. I respect it.
Metrick's in the house. What's up, man?
I'm in this motherfucker again.
Yes, sir.
Y'all thought I wasn't gonna show up? Stupid.
You're
always
how are you feeling?
sick.
You told me some news that you threw up in the middle of the night.
Bro,
Are you okay?
No, today. I threw up today like at goddamn like 11.
Okay.
I had a dream that I went to sleep feeling really, really sick. Like really, really sick.
Now I have to preface, he doesn't have COVID, Brandon. He doesn't have he's
I've
not
had it twice. I'm fine. I think
Okay.
I
he
had
doesn't
it,
have anything that you can catch.
I had that shit twice too.
But continue, sir.
Yeah, man, I woke up feeling sick as hell. And then, I went to sleep feeling sick as hell. And I was just tossing and turning in my sleep. I had this dream that I threw up and then woke up and threw up. Like, right in the dream. As soon as I started throwing up in the dream, like, I started slobbering on my motherfucking hand. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's time, dude. I sprinted to the bathroom. I barely can get that goddamn toilet seat up. Threw up, but... yeah, I'm cool, y'all. I'm still here. Well, nothing stopped me from being with y'all. Pause. But
I feel that.
yeah, absolutely, bro. But yeah, I'm damn near. I don't know what the fuck's going on,
brought you
man.
there? What brought you to the point that you said you ate some bad Burger King?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It's just some nasty ass BK.
Man, you still be eating that Burger King,
No,
bro?
I don't want to.
Stop eating that trash, bro. It's not good for you.
It was something quick. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was out, whatever, and shit was closed. So it was something quick for me to eat. But like, yeah, I ain't eating that shit no more.
It also depends on like which one did you go to?
The one on, what is that? Is it Maple over there, 108th and Maple?
New York crib.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel it.
That one's notorious against people sick.
Let's get into some topics, shall we?
Yes, sir.
I like
do it.
topics. You guys like topics. So we're going to get into some topics.
Yes, sir.
As I pull up my phone right quick. So bear with me,
It's
everybody.
Saturday today, y'all, because Easter tomorrow.
It is Easter tomorrow. So you guys heard of that Ring camera, right?
Oh, that one.
You have one? Have you ever like had anything like weird pop up in the middle of the night? Like
Not
when
the
you're
middle
just
of the night, but a couple years ago during, was it that sub-zero temperature or whatever, this weird African dude was strolling through the neighborhood, knocking on doors, trying to get shelter. And I had to save it. Like, it's somewhere in my phone.
Yeah.
But dude got mad because I wouldn't let him in. I got my kids with me and everything.
Yeah.
I knew he didn't even live. I don't know where the fuck he came from.
Yeah.
He started cussing me out because I would let him come inside. It's like -30. I'm like,
that's why he cussing you out.
it's like, no, so I don't fuck with black people. I was like, first of all, that's not the way to go. You need help.
Right.
I'm cool. I'm chilling. And you cussing me out? I'm like, hey,
yeah.
bro, the gas station's up the road if you can make it.
Yeah.
Just don't die between now and here. Just off my property, if you will.
Yeah, so something very interesting. I saw this viral one. Apparently this dude is going through a pretty hard time and he's asking for help. This is interesting.
Can you help me out, gang, bro? I just got robbed and shit by my nigga, bro. I don't even stay on the West, bro. I'm just trying to see if anybody on the street woke, bro. These
Wrong though, bro. Pull before I let them pits out, baby. Pull on up out of here before I grab hammers and everything, man. Go ahead on, man.
damn, gang.
You got the wrong house, man. Ain't nothing but bullets up in here. Read the door sign. All bullets. Ain't nothing in here but bullets.
A nigga just robbed me, gang. I ain't even on no weird shit, bro.
See, I'm about to rob you.
Man.
Word.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm doing that shit too, nigga. I don't know. Niggas always, that's usually how that shit always go. Niggas always pull up to motherfuckers' cribs like they in desperate need for help. And then as soon as they open up the door, man, it was this fucking video of this police officer. She seen these niggas like jumping this dude and like trying to rob this dude. So then she pulls her gun on them or whatever and they scatter. Well, the dude was like, thank you so much for saving me, blah, blah, blah. She was like, yeah. He was like, man, they took all my money and da-da-da. And then she was like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. She tries to walk off. This nigga grabs her and was like, bitch, you gonna give me your gun? You gonna give me your gun? She was like, I'm not giving you my gun. She said, I'm about to shoot you. I'm about to shoot you. He was like, you have to shoot me. But she said, okay. Wow. Shot that nigga in his motherfucking stomach. He was like, oh, shit. Okay. Wow. Shot that nigga again. He said, okay, baby, you got me. You got me, baby, you got me. She was like, stop. Let me go. Wow. Shot him again. He was like, oh, my God, damn, baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me why his family fucking sued her for $10 million for that.
Did they win?
I don't know.
I hope they didn't.
But what the fuck? I just saved you, and you trying to take the weapon I used to save you to harm me?
It's so weird because like when you see that is like naturally, like for me, I'm always like the I want to help people type of person, but like as like just life has like progressed, I'm more and more like and that's where like the mortality thing, man. I wrestle with that like a lot. Because I'm like, man, at what point you said bro was cussing you out because you said no.
Hey, look, I had my kids with me. It'd be another story if it was just me.
Sure.
But as
Fuck
a father,
that, still.
you kind of gotta like be like really weary of people on some weird, goofy shit.
Sure.
And like dude like had his pants like halfway down and everything, and I'm like, nigga, did you like use piss draws on? I'm like, you just all any your kind of way. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, because where I stay by a local attraction here in the city. Not trying to give out where I live. But it's like a whole bunch of other places that, you could have went to got some help and everything. And you just knock it around. It's, we known for it. We're known for it.
You said local attraction.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think about it right now.
San Diego tries to compete with us. As far as we're the best. We're number one.
We're number one,
We're
baby.
number one, baby.
We're number one. And you like to spend your time there for some reason. I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Bro, you can't just be walking up. It's not that time right now, bro. Everybody has a gun. Everybody and most of these niggas ain't got no license to carry one. So you can't be even sitting up here trusting nobody at all. I don't give a fuck what position you in. I'm sorry for you if that's the truth. But I can't help you, nigga. Like, I just can't.
Nope.
I'm not doing it. I don't care. I don't care how cold it is. I'm going to think about that interaction and be like, damn, bro, I really hope that like he made it someplace safe. But your safe space will not be my space. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
I should have thought, never mind, I'm not going to go there. But it's just like, I don't know, because like, I've had moments where like individuals will just be like at the porch and it's just like, and they're like, man.
This nigga here, bro.
I'm just gonna say I'm not helping nobody ever again, bro. Like, no. If you're because like I wouldn't do it, but it's like, look, everybody out there, if you have friends, if you have friends that ask you for refuge,
damn, bro,
don't let them stay.
Oh no.
If you got friends that
don't let them stay, unless it's me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
unless it's me,
of course. Why not?
Why not?
I'm fun. We'll have a fun time. No, honestly, like if I was in that position, I would legitimately feel bad. I would try to make my time as quick as possible. Like I would probably be on the move like in a day. Right. Because like I just don't want to be that guy that's just like, good morning, everybody. And I'm out here at 7, 8 in the morning cooking eggs while like everyone else is like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just...
my household, I'd appreciative of that.
I don't know. Cause
I can't take the last time I woke up with breakfast ready.
Right.
Listen.
Sit it right on your chest. Good morning. You know what I'm saying?
My kid's like, Dad, who's making breakfast? Just shut up and just say thank you.
Exactly.
I'm ungrateful.
You ungrateful little kids?
In this scenario, this person was not making eggs for everybody.
Oh, no, just for himself. But it's just like...
Right. Yeah, this person was not making eggs for everybody.
Right, and then he'll be out of eggs. He'll be like, hey, we're out of eggs. It's just like...
So get with your punk ass. No.
Well, I mean, I always have like the philosophy is like the whole do unto others as you would have them do unto you, right? And so for myself, I would never want to reject like helping somebody because I know that at a certain point I needed help. But like, how far are you like really willing to go when it comes to that? Because I already know how I am. I don't like to be a burden to people. Oh, yeah. So like, I'm not going to try to overstay my welcome in the slightest.
Yeah.
But like right now, like shit, I'm like shacked up at my bro's crib, and thank you for everything, Quan, because I've been there for quite some time. But I don't be there. Like, that's the thing with me. Like, I'm really big on privacy and just having like that peace. And the fact that you let me stay here, I do appreciate that. But if I'm here all the time, nigga, and we just looking at each other all day, that would get irritating.
Friends can never like...
I already have different patterns than you.
Yeah. And
you might, walk in one room, see some shit you don't like that I might have did, and I'm right in the other room. And you know what I'm saying? It's just, over time it adds up. So like, I'd rather just, where do I put my shit? All right, put my shit there. Go find me some business outside.
Friends can never like stay with friends. Because, like, if friends live with friends, like, their relationship and their dynamic is going to change when it's over. Like, I've stayed with friends. I've lived with friends before, twice. And so, like, and at the end of it, it was just like, dude, I'm going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am going to kill you.
I think it depends on that friend, though. Like, I think it depends on that friend, though.
No, it doesn't.
You don't think you could live with any of your friends?
No.
So you don't think you could live with John if y'all had your own spot?
No.
Really? Oh.
And that's the thing. With John and I, we grew up together. But the thing is at a certain point, it's like, I don't know, man. Maybe that's why, like, I'm not... All right, hold on.
There you go.
Do you consider marriage just having a glorified roommate?
This nigga here, bro.
Because think about it. Because it's like you're staying with the person, right? You guys both split bills. You guys both have to do this. The only difference is I'm not having sex with John, so it's just like
I see it as I would see it as if both of you know how to reciprocate,
sure,
then it can work.
Because you're looking at him every single day.
Yeah, you're looking at him every single day.
Because you're gonna get tired of him at a certain point.
But it's like, all right, if you see that, I hate having the living room messy. And you spend a lot of time in the living room. You just think common sense would be like, hey, I should probably make sure the living room is put together when I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're doing that, me personally, like, I'm cool. You know, it's just like reciprocate like the energy.
Certain things, that like is like a fucking like ick to them. Like, nigga, if you gonna make dishes, clean dishes. That's common sense. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. So like going back to like living with John, for example, it's just like, I grew up with John, but I know that we have different devices when it comes to us being like alone. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a different type of solitude. So like when I would be living with said individuals, I would come back into the house and I would see them and I'm like making a sandwich and I'm like, why is he making a sandwich? You know what I'm saying? Because I would get mad because I'm like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, you don't need to be living with nobody.
No, for real, think about this, because it's
you're not
it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with the fact that making a sandwich is a bad thing. It's like sometimes when you're like having a bad day, you just need.
You want to come home to nothing.
To nothing.
Right.
I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to see nothing. Yeah. I'm just here. And so then it's just like when you bring like a marriage into equation, because you can't just leave. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, you could if your girl knows like, hey, it's been a bad day, I should probably like leave him alone.
Sure.
Like my girl, like we don't live together, but like she stays over in my house frequently, and she knows working with kids all day, every day. I need a minute to decompress.
Yes. Right.
So I spend maybe like an hour, 2 hours on COD. Yeah. Once I got my fix and I'm settled, I'm ready to snuggle up and everything. Like, I'm cool. I'm the biggest teddy bear. But like she's learned that and, found out how to, create that space. Same with her. When she ain't feeling it, I'm like, I don't bother her. Yeah. Right. I let my kids be all up underneath her. And
I'm not saying that marriage is bad.
I'm saying don't do that shit if you ain't ready for it. Because once you do that shit, listen, man.
I'm not saying marriage is bad. But it's a piece of paper. No, I'm playing. No,
man. I was engaged.
Yeah,
it did not work out.
Sure,
I'm cool with my kids' mom. Like we are solid.
Sure,
but it didn't work.
Uh-huh.
And before you make that decision, make sure you like this person because trust and believe.
And y'all gotta. I really think that it should come to a point like where I know a lot of motherfuckers is like, well, I don't want to live with nobody unless we. For real, if we married or blah, 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 then that makes sense. But if you could figure out a way to live together before making that commitment, that way you can figure out each other's patterns. And if y'all lifestyle meshes with each other's, that's definitely like.
I definitely have to clarify that because like a lot of times people will like hit me up and they'll be like ladies they'll text me, they'll be like, so I watched your podcast, and I'm just like, and I don't know. And then that's what they start with, and then they'll just like, but it'll be like 3 dots to follow, and I'm just like, oh boy, where is this going?
Right. No, some people said that. What some people said at my job about the pod? They was like, they said the same shit. It was like, I watched your podcast. I said, okay, that's cool. Like, I'm glad that you did. Like, and then they be like, yeah, like, have you ever thought about like if I were to give you like topics, would you talk about them? Like, it depends on what they are and if they're interesting enough. And they'd be like, well, I just feel like you guys kind of like talk about like a lot of stuff that like just only men talk about. I was like, what are you talking about? That makes no sense.
Like what? Like what?
I
for
don't.
example?
They couldn't even come up with no example. They was just like, well, like I guess it's just like you guys' opinions, and I'm like, well, because we men. Like,
But we're not. But we're not
but we
talking.
ain't talking. It ain't. I said we got one rule, and we don't talk about that shit there. So.
Outside of what I just said, like, and I was primarily joking, but like, we don't really be like getting into like the red pill type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
We don't talk about that shit. And then I said, look, if you could come up with topics, if you could find something that's genuinely interesting, then send it to me. I'll look over it. If I think that that's cool,
Sure.
I'll let my boys know or whatever. But like, nigga, it is not. No, I don't know what you're even talking about. And then they was like, well, maybe you should get a woman. Da, da, da. And I'm like, well, we'll see about that right there. But that would be like in a due time situation. But like right now, nigga ain't even nothing crazy. We ain't let me sitting up here. As soon as we get in here and we like, women they should all know how to cook. And if you don't, I don't know what the fuck you are.
Right.
What do you
I know
mean?
what you are. You're worthless. No, I'm playing.
Right.
But no, it's just,
Abomination.
yeah,
Like, what the
I've
fuck?
never been. See, and that was the thing. Is just like when I remember when I first started like getting done the podcast, and I told one of my well, we're not cool anymore, but like I told my former friend that I was doing a podcast. She was just like, oh well, I was nervous because I thought I didn't know what type, like, where's he going with this, and I thought it was going to turn into one of those like
fresh and fit,
rage bait type of things, and I'm just like, no, dude. Like it's like there's enough of that in the world. I just want to just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody trying to talk about no bullshit like that. You can't even see eye to eye. Nobody ever does.
Never.
Like ever.
Never.
So what the fuck will we hop back on that train for? Like we could bring some clarity. We finna be there looking dumb like everybody else. Like why would we even do that?
Exactly.
That's dumbest.
And it's always the ones that are like, because like it's called fresh and fit, and they're not fresh.
None of them niggas is fresh.
They're dusty.
How y'all got money and y'all dress like that? I keep telling everybody, if you give me any like successful person's fucking salary,
okay,
I'm probably the freshest person in the industry. I don't give a fuck. I don't care, bro.
It probably would be just this and maybe some jeans. Maybe some better looking shoes too.
I will say the shoes is fresh though.
I appreciate that, bro. Like
I fucks with those.
If I had money like real I be saying that, bro. My shit, I would have my own clothing line, all this different type of stuff. It'd be so crazy. Niggas would really know that I be at Met Gala.
You be like wearing like a lampshade on your head or something at Met Gala?
What the heck? No Jaden Smith shit.
I don't do that.
That nigga had a house on his
DDG
head.
shit that's been going viral lately.
That nigga had
that DDG, whatever the hell he's got on or whatever, that had Waka clowning him, whatever the fuck he had on.
I don't know what the fuck.
I've never understood that type of fashion, because you'll see like Russell Westbrook wearing like a kilt, and you'll just be like, "What are you doing?"
Or like that nigga Kyle Kuzma had that long ass fucking pink sweater that passed his fucking hands.
I don't understand like the
He like a
the
Foster's
fashion.
Home for Imaginary Friends looking ass nigga. Like them niggas be putting on dumb ass shit. And that nigga Jaden Smith had a house on his head at Met Gala.
Yeah,
fucking Kid Cudi wore a dress. Mm-hmm. Y'all niggas ain't doing
that's
shit.
on brand for Cudi now that he's finally come out and everything. Like I feel like that's on brand. But like if you are a straight male doing some out of pocket shit just to be out of pocket, I'm sorry, that shit's lame as fuck.
I don't know, man. It's just like
just money for it. It's weird.
Just because you gay doesn't mean you got to dress like a curtain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, no, for real though. It's just like
you could be gay and not do
you don't have
all
to do
that
it.
extraordinary
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. It's
Niggas
just
already
like
know you gay, so just dress normal. We already passed that part. You don't gotta walk around here looking like
it's almost like it's in a contract.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if you gonna be gay, you sure you want to do this?
You got a bunch of like lawyers that come around and it's like, so we heard that you're coming out of the closet. Good job. So with this is a 2 skirt per minimum clause.
Right. And don't know what your wardrobe looks like, but you have to get rid of all that.
Yep. So what is that? FUBU? Got to get rid of that.
Pink is the primary color.
Fishnets, and you need 1 cock in your mouth per month. I'm like,
what?
So it's
like in your mouth per month.
I was. Sorry, Brandon. I was. So
I shit lost weight right there,
guys. I don't hate people. Okay, I'll save everyone from that topic.
That
so
is
Brandon,
That's funny as fuck.
So switching gears right quick. So, sir, you are an actor.
Yeah.
Yes, and I met you on a play that we were doing together.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as I know that you've been more in the, we were actually supposed to do a movie together too.
We still are. Still can.
We still can.
Yeah.
We did. So for those of you who follow my work or know anything about Brandon's work, so we did a play together. We also did one of my films, One Bad Night on 56th and Lake. He's in Everybody Loves Those Boys. And as far as like your process of just acting, because I've noticed that there's this stigma within the Omaha art space that kind of travels along as far as, you know, the city not being for people when it comes to advancing their careers.
Yeah.
People leaving and talking bad about the city and its place. As far as like your journey from where you started to where you are at now, because I know that at a certain point you went to pursue the acting full time. And so in that process, what have you like discovered about yourself as an artist and kind of the perception of the having to leave in order to get to a certain point? Like how do you feel about that?
I've had so many conversations about that with people that are in the acting community and people outside of it. My approach, and it's gonna sound a little too nonchalant, but I kind of gotta go at it like I don't really give a fuck. You know, most successful actors, like if you listen to them do interviews and stuff, they talk about it's not always about being in blockbuster after blockbuster. To be a successful actor, you have to be a working actor.
Okay.
You know, like how close are your projects?
Sure.
And, you know, being that I have to balance work and fatherhood and everything, I'll do like a stage play, maybe like 2 stage plays a year and try to do like 1 short film. So at least, you know, 3-4 top projects a year. Now that I'm done with school and I'm like, damn, I haven't done anything in a couple years.
Sure.
So it's like, well, big time in a couple years. So I'm like, damn, like I gotta like really hit it. But around Omaha, because once you get in one community, it seems like everybody knows you through one shape or form.
Okay.
Culinary, acting, like all that stuff's the same. Once you're in, like you're in, not to brag. And David, I think you can attest for it too, being, you know, doing the comedy. Once people learn your body of work, very seldom do you have to do like an actual audition. It's like, yo, I got this role. Are you down for it? Yes. Like I can make the time for it. And then if I go into an audition, you got to be cocky about it.
Yeah.
If you want the role, you have to tell yourself like, I am getting this role. So I'll go into it like, yo, I'm about to nail this. Oh yeah, do your thing.
Yeah, just don't want to block your face.
Like I'm about to nail this thing. But as far as like getting out, if you leave, when you leave, you kind of have to have that sense of humility because when you leave to do what you're doing, there's 1,000 people very similar to you that are going to do the same thing. What about you is going to separate you from them?
Yeah.
And I kind of been stuck at that point because I'm like, I do want to leave. I don't know where, but I keep coming to that, well, you got to take a leap of faith. And I'm so stuck on seeing, you know, where that path is and where it's going to take me. So I've had many conversations with God and I'm like, all right, if I do leap, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the language is. I don't know. Like, I don't know because in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking about my kids.
Yeah.
And being there to support them. So I'm so heavily involved in their lives. I got to make like the right choice. So
I think a lot of times it can be very difficult because folks will then begin to question how serious a person is about their craft based on whether they move or not.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times that's unfair because sometimes people don't have the wherewithals to just up and move.
You ain't got the luxury to do that all the time.
Exactly. And so, and I think we were talking about that briefly last episode. And I've always come back to this whole thing where it's like, well, you don't think that the people who are doing things at like OCP or whatever, you don't think that they don't care about their craft? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and then I guess it just comes down to like, I don't know. That's always just like a weird thing for me because I've had a lot of conversations where people will then, I don't know. It's just weird. It's a weird kind of aura that kind of surrounds the city because like you'll have people that are just like, oh man, no one does anything here and this is just it and this is as good as it gets.
I start to wonder if some people get that that misconception of, all right, if I'm going to be an actor, a successful actor, that means I'm gonna be making millions of dollars. I'm gonna be living in this nice house. You know, if I move to California, boom, I can afford to live. No, I mean, John Beasley, when John was here, he traveled back and forth, but he still lived here. Very successful. Like if you look up John Beasley and look up his discography, John has been around for decades. And whether his role was really big, whether it was really small, John's name was attached to so many projects. And oftentimes I think like, all right, if I don't get out of Omaha, can I manage what John was able to do to where it's like, all right, I do my audition, I fly out for a couple months, I shoot, I come back home. Hell, Omaha is growing, but it's still relatively cheap to live here.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, you pocket, you know, that little bit of money and you living in a state that is highly affordable. Then you don't have to worry about living in California or living in Georgia, living in these major cities, having to deal with all the bullshit that comes with it. At the end of the day, I love having my peace.
Sure.
I like having like that space and everything, but I want to be able to provide, but yet still do what I love to do. And I think that stigma because people are like, oh man, Omaha sucks. Well, it's because you're from here. I don't think somebody from Atlanta is like, damn, Atlanta sucks.
Don't fucking move here. I've been in Chicago and they like, don't move here, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, I think that just comes with the territory of being born and raised somewhere. And then, of course, you know, people think the grass is always greener.
Sure.
You know, I went to Chicago and Denver last year. I love Denver. Denver feels like a larger version of here. Chicago, same thing. I got family in Chicago. It's opened up. It's different when you become an adult, but I think people need to move because it's a need and not necessarily you hate where you come from. I think I will always have Omaha, Nebraska in my blood. One of my things that I've always wanted to do, if I came into money, is give back to the organizations and like the people that made me who I am. Boys and Girls Club, the schools that I taught at, First Tee, because, you know, I was a golf instructor for 15 years. Sure. I mean, like these programs kind of like shaped me to who I am. So to leave and say like, yeah, man, I hate this place, it's kind of showing them a disservice and a lack of appreciation.
Sure.
You know, for what I did in giving back. But hey, if you want to make it as an actor, you really gotta you gotta go for it, and you kind of gotta be cocky a little bit.
I don't think that I don't think that it's a surefire guarantee though that like if a person like moves to like Atlanta or moves to like LA, then that just means that like, oh,
their career will take off.
Yeah, that their career will take off, because like I know a lot of folks who have done that, and it's just like, okay, so you know you've been here for a certain period of time and there's nothing that's happening, and so now you kind of like question, okay, so is it really about a location move, or is it just because, or is it just, I don't know. You know, like I don't know, because it seems like you have to do more as far as a self-market as opposed to just everything else. When I was in film school in New York, you know what they told me? In New York, they said, you guys need to make your own stuff. That's like what my teacher told me. Is just like, no one's going to tell you, you guys need to make your own stuff, because like a lot of times when it comes to casting and stuff, they already know who they're going to get as far as like the big project, like the big budget stuff. They're going to get A-list celebrities, B-list celebrities. If they don't really know who you are, they'll cast you as an extra. So you have to make your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? And no one really paid attention to that because they're like, well, they're not talking about me. You know what I'm saying? And so then here we are. You know what I'm saying? And so I've always kind of felt like it's a little disingenuous to, I don't know, man, like, I don't know what be going on. And I'm not going to go there. Yes, I am. I don't know what, no, I'm not. I'll just say this. I don't know what goes on and the ins and outs behind the scenes of like union or whatever. I'm just here. I'm just David, because I don't want to be around any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've already made up my mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at that point, me making up my mind, what comes next after that? You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, man. It's just, I don't like the idea of people trying to downplay other people because they don't want to move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that, like,
we did establish that we do live in a digital world now too. So you don't really, you know, it's a lot of different ways of, you know, making your mark or getting that notoriety that you probably couldn't get like years and years ago. You know what I'm saying? So you could definitely still get your name out in other places and in other states and stuff like that, and be from your city and still, you know what I'm saying, live within your city. But in terms of like being an actor and stuff like that, I do know that y'all do be having to travel and all that different type of stuff when y'all land roles. But I do think that it's definitely manageable. And I think you make a fair point when you be talking about, you know, it definitely is affordable being here. You know, it's a small city. We expanding, but it's relatively, it's quiet. Like, we out the way for real. Like, people ain't checking for, you know, Omaha right now. So if you were to get you a nice little, you know, you land you some roles in different states and stuff like that, and you flying out there for a couple months, coming right back, it's going to be on some chill shit.
I can tell you this right now. I don't see myself moving, but that's only because like the stuff that I've been able to do with Everybody Loves Those Boys and everything like that, I wouldn't be able to do half of that stuff if I was in LA or New York. We've been like when we were filming, we're currently filming at the season of Everybody Loves Those Boys, and we were able to get into Frank's Pizza on the Capitol. You know what I'm saying? And you know, my guy Todd got us the hookup. Shout out to Todd Graves. And so we got that hookup, and there were people, they didn't charge us a dime. And there were employees that were helping us set up for the scene in the back area. That would have never happened in LA.
Niggas is selfish out there.
That would have never happened in LA. You know what? It would have happened, but then we probably would have to pay like $700 for a permit. And then a night on top of that, $150 per hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Okay, we'll get to the next topic in a little bit. I just got to say this. What frustrates me so much about this is that a lot of times people don't ask what it is that you're doing. They only want to like focus on the, oh, well, you're in Omaha, so then clearly you're not doing well. It's just like, I got to ask. You having 2 kids. Okay. Now you don't have to answer this. I can edit this out, or you can.
I'm answer it.
You can smack me if you want. It's okay.
No, absolutely. I'm gonna answer it.
You have 2 children. Okay. You know, doing the acting thing, pursuing the acting career. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, have you ever felt intimidated or have other people try to make you feel like, I don't know about this, man, because of where it is that you're at? 32 is not old, by the way, people. Not even close. But it's just like, but you're in your 30s. People are looking at you like, okay, he does, like, you know, because you'll look at the people on the big screen. Oh, this is John Boyega. This is Lakeith. Oh, no Brandon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's still in Omaha. Yeah. And then when they start trying to look at your personal life and who you are and who you're seeing and dating, do you feel like people start trying to add extra pressure on you as an artist?
No. If anything, I will hear certain individuals that I know personally that, you know, through conversations that, you know, they might say things to them, but because of the, you know, connection that I have with the person in front of me, they're sharing that, and I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. You know, I don't see them on a daily. So like it doesn't affect me. If anything, my family tells me to go harder.
Gotcha.
And so that, I guess that negative kind of pushback comes from my own mental thoughts.
Sure.
Of, you know, going to a movie theater and being like, I don't know if anybody else does that, but like I literally try and find my name through the credits. Just so I can envision having that shit happen to me one day. Okay. You know, it might not be Brandon Williams together. I'm like, all right, somebody has the name Brandon, boom. Somebody has the name Williams. You know, sandwich that shit together, bam. I see my name going through the credit. Like, I do that every single movie just to keep reminding myself, like, bro, you got to keep going.
Sure.
And, you know, and I think that I have tackled everything that I think was in my path that, as far as perseverance goes, I've hit. And I think right now, at this stage in my life, myself is the only person that's blocking it. At no point am I disappointed in the choices that I made or where I've gone in life, because everything that I've done has served a purpose.
Sure.
Now it's that turnover stage of you need to actually fully commit to filling your cup. If this is what you say you're going to do, what are you willing to do in order to do it? And even people that I've worked with and I've shared my story and how bad that I want to act, they're like, your kids are 6 and 7. Like, even right now, as much time as you spend with them, they're not going to think about the times like, oh, yeah, you know, dad was at work. This is probably the best time in order to do that. If I'm going to do it, this is the best time now. Because when they become teenagers, you know, I want to be so well off that if they need it, I can get it. And if I got a dip, I'm back, boom, I'm a FaceTime away or whatever. But that's the scary part is not knowing what's out in front of me, because I love having like a backup plan to the backup plan. Thinking of different scenarios, like, all right, if this is gonna happen, then I'll be able to do this. It freaks me out not knowing what that next step is, that I hold myself back from really truly taking that leap of faith. So that's why like my conversations with God have just been different over the years, because I don't know.
Sure.
But no, like my family tells me to go hard. If anything, they're my biggest supporters. They're like, no, we've seen it. I've even had aunties saying, no, I have seen it in dreams. Like, you will do it. So now it's just up to me of, all right, well, what you gonna do to make it happen?
Would you ever do a Tubi movie?
Yes, I would.
Freaky ass niggas.
Yes, I would.
No, I'm just asking. No, but
Not even a freaky.
no, because like a lot of these Tubi movies, man, is just like they always like follow like a pattern, and it's just like.
You think they let them pick the song that they get to like have sex to?
No, that's definitely in the editing room, and it's a horrible hip hop, heavy auto tune, slow motion. I've been thinking about you.
Yeah, no, it can't
and
be
it's
that.
just like
It can't be that. It
it's
can't
like
be that.
those sex scenes be like for real.
But look, it's exposure though.
It sure
So
is.
people keep knocking Tubi. They keep knocking it. But it's exposure.
Yeah,
and if
a lot
it's
of
like, if you know me for being in a quote unquote bad Tubi movie, you know me now.
Yeah.
What Easy say? Hey, all publicity is good publicity.
Dead ass.
So I will
And
be in a
so
Tubi movie. Obviously it won't be that crazy ridiculous.
but those sex scenes be like really wild, because it's like you think about it, it's like when you watch like HBO or Netflix and those sex scenes, that's not real. They put like socks over their genitals to protect it. This sex scene in this Tubi film looks real. And I know you don't have the same budget as HBO. What was you doing on set?
There was one that was real. Buddy I worked with, he was telling me about a friend of his that actually like shot one that is on Tubi.
Yeah.
They was really fucking. Like, you couldn't like see like any kind of insertion or anything. But I'm watching it, I'm like,
it's too real, man.
I've been around the block to know.
Yeah.
Like, cause like dude like pulled out a rubber and everything, and I'm looking and I'm like, like when you adjust when like you ain't all the way there when you in it, and I was like, I know that move. I hit him up and I'm like, hey,
you think you
were
slick?
they fucking for real? He said. So he was like, it was the actor's idea. He was like, yo.
No, you freak. I hate it. No.
But they know each other, so.
It's improv, so I'm just improv.
They already found each other attractive.
Finger goes in the pooper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he was like, yo, I mean, hey, if that's what y'all on, that's
If
what
you
y'all
really
on.
like, niggas was probably joking about it. Like, I know this is a sex scene. I know this is a scene.
I'll tell you right now.
I really fuck you.
I would shut that down on my set so quick. I'm like, we're not doing that.
I couldn't.
No. Like, cause I seen bro in a play one time, and it was like,
oh no, man.
kind of steamy.
Which one?
Stick fly.
And we didn't even do nothing,
man.
And it was taken down. It was taken. We had to. So in the original script, it was a hell of a lot steamier than it was.
Okay.
But as a cast, we came together, like we talked, and there, like different shows, like you reach a different things, like comfortability and everything. But we worked it out to where like you get the point across, but even that was still mellowed out, which was cool. And I even had to ask when I first started acting, I'm like, are there any shows just like live nudity and stuff like that? There are, but you don't see them around here, And I'm like, I'll do a love scene so long as it's choreographed and done the right way. But making out on stage, you kind of got to blur out the audience.
I never kissed anyone on stage. I've yet to do that. I would get so scared because it's like, I don't know. I never want to violate anyone's comfort. And like knowing how I am, my brain will not know the difference between, hey, you're acting versus, hey, this is something, you know what I'm saying? Cause like,
but see, you practice it so much.
You're gonna get hard on freaking on stage.
But you don't. You don't. That's the weirdest thing. Like, you don't. Like, even if you are attracted to that person, like, you got all these eyes on you.
That's
you got
not
these
true.
bright ass hot lights beaming down on you. You're so in your mind to like, this is like work.
Sure.
It doesn't take you there. And again, like, you've practiced this many times in rehearsals. Like, there's intimacy check-ins and everything. So like, you lock in with your scene partner, you lock in with the director, you lock in with your stage manager. So like, everyone is on the same accord. So then when you go into the scene, like the first few times we were practicing it, it was just myself, my scene partner, stage manager, the assistant stage manager, and the director. That's it. Like all my co-stars and everything, they weren't in the room. They didn't start seeing it until tech rehearsal started coming around. And by then it's like, hey, yo, we kind of already like in it. Like it's fine after that. And that was probably like the most like intense. I had already done like maybe one before, and it was like a little peck. But like the full on like making out and everything to the point where it's like, oh, y'all starting to grind.
That stick fly was I was like, whoa.
And then it's even weirder because, opening night, my grandparents are there and everything. And so you kind of got to get that out your mind. It's like, yo, I want to deliver the best performance.
Sure.
And I'm like, well, shit, I got kids, so they know what I be on. So it doesn't bother you. Like I say, do a show to like kind of push your boundaries. Boundaries that you're comfortable with doing.
Sure.
And see if you're able to do it.
Yeah.
You never know what you're able to do until you try it.
So I got to tell this story right quick. So when I saw his show, there was a point in the show where he gets punched. Now I've done theater, you've done theater. We know how we do, where it's like you have to do the placements. You have to practice the placements every single day when you come in to make sure. Fight call. Yes, you have to make sure that it's all together. This particular performance, DJ, who was his scene partner in it, he connected and punched Brandon. So when we were watching it, pop, boom, his body goes down, and everyone in the audience is like, woo. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, we were like, what the heck just happened?
And he didn't knock me out, thankfully. And DJ, I know you probably hate when I tell this story or when it gets brought up, but it just goes to show, one, I trust DJ. I love working with DJ.
Yes.
But we had a conversation, I think like a week prior to that, and about, after fight, he said, yeah, I got a mean hook. I was like, damn, man. I'm like, I've seen like how you do it. I'm like, I'd hate to actually experience it. Knock on wood. Bip. And what makes it even crazier, my nose starts bleeding. And I'm in an all white t-shirt. Not a drip of blood gets on that shirt. It was even crazier behind that. But yeah, he got me clean. And the fact that you were there that night in that spot,
front row, baby, felt like I was at a Tyson fight. I was like, I got 200 on Brandon. Damn it!
You talk about trying to stay in the scene after getting your shit rocked.
Yeah, man.
In front of 100 people.
Yeah, man.
Knock the lines out your ass.
Listen, I swung up and I was like, I don't even remember what I said.
Brandon got up. He forgot he was acting. He got in the southpaw stance. He said, "Oh yeah."
I got backstage, and this is the part no one sees. Like when you get backstage, that's where like the real shit happens.
Yeah.
I dropped. My stage man was like, "Oh, such a good scene." I was like, He was like, oh, that's when they realized like something went wrong. So like they were going through the concussion protocol and everything. And I still had to get back out on stage 6 minutes later. Ears ringing, eyes burning, mouth is numb, and I have to pretend to eat my food. I'm eating on the side of my mouth, I'm chewing and shit like this. Like I just didn't get my ass whooped.
Man.
Hey, held it together. But again, shout out DJ.
Absolutely.
Like, dog, you're a real one.
I have a camera. Metrick, you like to drink, man. You got invited out to drink yesterday or today.
What's your drink of choice? That's what I wanted to ask you earlier. Like, what's your go-to?
Fuck.
Hennessy.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
Yeah. Usually, like it's either Hennessy or it's Don Julio. Like, but
well, I'll tell you this: whatever you drink, whatever you do not fall asleep because of this right here. Hold on.
They taped up his arms and legs after he fell asleep outside the bar as a practical joke. And he was so drunk that he didn't wake up, even after they tied a chair to his back. The bartender filmed everything and even shared the video with friends. After a few more drinks, they forgot about the prank. And when the bar closed, the man was left outside in the freezing cold. For 10 hours, he stayed there. And when he was found the next morning, he had frozen to death.
Is that would that be considered like murder?
Yes.
Would you consider?
Yes.
They killed that nigga.
Fucked up friends.
They killed that nigga.
Like, what?
Yeah.
How the shit you forget about?
I'm bored.
You know what's fucking stupid though?
Yeah.
That had to be one of the highlights of their night.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me you didn't drive home and was like, fucking James is.
Right.
Fucking James, he gets drunk so much, man. I can't believe we tied him in the. We gotta go back and get you. Like nobody thought about that when y'all drove home.
Single one.
Yeah. That's why you can't be like drinking with like everybody, man. Like you,
I don't.
Okay,
You don't. You can't be drinking with everybody, and you
can't be smoking with
You
everybody.
definitely can't be smoking.
with
you
definitely
cannot
can't be.
pass out around, man. Like, look, okay, I like to drink by myself.
Okay.
A lot of times, because it's just like I was gonna say you can't like drink or smoke around like white folks, but then I thought to myself, I'm like, you just can't drink and smoke around like anybody, because like anybody can just like be like really like weird.
Shit. Yep, and that's some fucked up shit. Y'all just
That's
killed
the
y'all,
worst.
Y'all just killed y'all fucking friend. Thinking shit was funny.
Yeah,
that shit was far from funny. You think he was laughing when he woke up in that fucking chair? Bitch ass nigga, you got me fucked up. I'll be so hot.
Yeah.
How late was it? Nobody walked by for the rest of that day.
Well, you know what? Maybe they just walked by, but they just were just like, ha, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. They just.
So nobody got a moral compass and they're like, yo,
fuck that.
It's cold as shit.
It's cold
this
as
motherfucker's
fuck.
strapped to a chair.
I would literally be like somebody, like as soon as you walk by, like, bro, my friends tied me to this chair and they're gone. I woke up here, bro. Like, just untie me. You could untie me. You could check my pockets, whatever you want to check before. I ain't got shit, but I need to get out this chair. Mm-hmm. Are you serious?
If I lived, I'm crashing out on everybody.
Oh yeah.
If I lived, yeah.
Don't
I'm
don't let me survive.
Nothing's off limits.
Nothing.
Nothing's off
literally, I'm pulling up on everybody who was there, and we all running ones at they crib.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up. I'm whooping your ass. I'm leaving you. I'm pulling up, whooping his ass. I'm leaving him. I'm whooping everybody ass.
Oh, I'm dealing trauma. I find your granny. I was like, hey, yo, I'm about to backshot your granny.
Whoa!
I don't care. But see, I'm petty. I'm a sage. I'm petty.
I am too, but I didn't know that was in the book.
I'm petty. I don't care. You get me drunk, take me to a chair, and then you just leave me? Oh, no.
That was...
Oh, no. We about to be connected for life.
That was okay.
You're going to be speaking about me in therapy to the day you die.
That nigga, I'm fucking your grandma.
And what makes it so bad, I'm gonna upload it to the hub too, so everybody, and I'm gonna monetize that motherfucker. Oh no, we going band for band. Is this what you on? Okay.
Oh no.
This is where we're going.
Okay, so guys, please do not beef with Brandon. Okay.
He gonna fuck your grandma.
You gotta provoke me. That is one way to provoke me. If you take me to it, listen. I had my homies for my birthday. They took me over to what was it? What's the strip club over in Iowa?
Lipsticks.
The Playhouse. And shit, now even my family knows. Bro, I had a stripper spank me. I'm fucking drunk, bro. That shit gave me flashbacks. I thought my dad was whooping my ass. That I ain't never seen a heavy-handed stripper before. That shit was
stinging?
Bro, oh my God. And so whoever gave her the belt was a white dude. He had a studded belt. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
The 12 years a slave?
You know what I'm saying? I was like, this motherfucker got some issues.
Right.
I'm like,
he seen that coming together. He was like, this should be interesting. Like, use my belt.
But I love my homies, but that's something like, y'all got a fucked up sense of humor thing. I'm like, I wanted to get spanked by a stripper. I'm like, I just wanted to come chill. And I'm up here getting my ass beat by a stripper.
What a lap dance.
You could have said no.
It's my birthday.
I could have said no, but I was drunk and I was like,
You wouldn't think
you wanted it to happen. Don't
because
lie.
you wouldn't think that girl would be whooping his ass.
Nah, she was built real petite. Like, oh, this can't be that bad. God, I'm sorry.
Hey, bitch, I ain't got backhand hit me like that.
I was like, God damn, I was turning 28 too, so I was up there for a minute.
Oh, she spanked you 28 times.
If I recall, there's a lot of tequila involved.
Oh man, we know we really we gotta get down to the bottom of this.
Yeah, what did you do to this man?
But and I love my homies. I love my homies. Shout out Dre, my homie Dre.
But
he was a bouncer there at the time, so he knew all
a man getting spanked though. Like
that nigga said we knew all the hoes.
He said it would make it so bad. He ended up leaving to drop another homie off, so he wasn't even there.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga set it up. Happened, came back. He said, "Hey, yo, B, how you like your present?"
Oh man, that's the worst. That's almost like those movies where like one dude's a fed and they're like, "Oh man, we got the money. All right, hey, where did Metrick go?" And then it's just out of nowhere, here comes the SWAT. You know, it's just like getting spanked by a stripper. I don't know.
Nah, that lap dance got to come first. Like you gotta.
So what you're saying is you would do it though?
If you.
Yeah.
You guys are some freaks, man.
What's wrong with that?
Don't ever talk about me ever again.
You would get picked up by a chick who's like 6'8".
So?
Okay, so
I don't care if she picks me up. I'm just saying, but like the whole spanking thing. You know what I'm saying? This is like, no, because, all right, no, if you date a tall chick, this is like dating a tall chick and having a woman spank you. It's two different things.
And what did you mean? It happens in the bed. You don't think that tall chick would pick you up and spank you? She'd do both to your little ass.
I ain't gonna cap. Look, hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Okay.
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 I have a foot fetish.
Hear
me out. Hear me out. Okay.
Okay.
Now.
All right. Just getting all sides. All
you have a tall chick, right?
Okay. All right.
She'll spank you.
Okay.
Okay. It's like, you're vulnerable. And she got pretty feet. How far are you willing to let this rigmarole go? Now, if the 6'8" chick spanks me, all right, she ain't gonna hurt me or whatever. But she got pretty feet, cracking it. I love you, babe, though.
I'm gonna let you.
You cracking her? You cracking her feet?
No, I'm all of it. Everything getting hit in the mouth and everything. You're 6'8" and you got like arches. Like if you got like a little arch, I love that shit. It's beautiful, and especially if you take care of your feet.
Sure.
I don't know. It's
nice little Frenchie on
there. Yeah, with the little French tips, or dude, the ones that got the little rings on them too, like the little toe ring. Oh my god. Like gorgeous feet.
This nigga looking, shopping around.
Right, exactly.
But see, look,
prospects.
Hey, but look, I'm 30, I don't give a shit.
Hey,
I don't care.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine like you Rush Hour 2 when it's just like when like they pull like the doors back. But instead of like a bunch of like fine women, you just see their feet. So you got Brandon just like, oh my goodness. Let me get that one right there. Let me get that one right there.
Right. It's like, hey man, I don't care. She got an OnlyFans. She got an only feet. Huh?
Huh?
She got an only feet.
Only feet. No, but some people that they do be like,
they do. Nah, I ain't
make money off of feet pics.
I ain't that damn bad. But no, feet pics, no. Shit. I had a homegirl. She had really pretty feet. I was like, yo, we should like just post your feet, get some money. Ain't nothing. You ain't got your face in it.
I can't believe niggas like.
But some people will spend money for that.
You trying to use women for their feet.
Listen, in today's age,
you really love me, or you just want to see my feet?
Right. No woman should be broke at all. With the way that, like how everything is hyper sexualized,
how thirsty niggas is,
like how thirsty motherfuckers is. There should never be a broke female ever. Hell, even aunties in their 60s should be making a bag.
There's a lot of Angela Bassett looking chicks.
That's eloquent right there.
Yeah.
That's
Nia Long.
Exactly.
Regina Hall.
Absolutely. It's just like at a certain...
Regina Hall?
Yes.
Yeah.
You let Regina Hall spank you?
Is Keisha Cole a cougar?
Yes. Would you let any of them spank you?
Yeah.
Wet belt. Wet belt.
That nigga said
wet belt.
I was out the shower, motherfucker. Leave it well. Like,
oh my God. Indiana Jones with it.
Right. God damn. Pootie Tang your ass.
Goodness gracious. You know, okay, I mean, but you know what? Hey, you like what you like. I mean, it's just like, cool. I just didn't expect to hear this from bro.
I don't like first for the record, nigga.
Okay, for the record.
I don't like being spanked. So I'm just saying if you're fine enough and we clicking like that and it's looking like it's finna, if that's something that you wanted to do, I would not be opposed to that.
You guys can't talk about me ever again.
Hey, for the record.
You cannot talk about me ever again.
How can't we talk about you?
He can say whatever he wants because he's a guest. But you, sir, cannot talk about me.
You act like my shit trumps yours.
Kinda, because my girl will see this. I love you, babe.
Oh, that's right. I
love you, babe.
I'm
just speaking freely, but you and I, we have open conversations.
I'm going to have a paragraph sent to me when this episode drops. Please don't kill me.
Now you know what your girl do.
I think it's funny how.
Oh man. Oh, so you were talking about how no woman should be broke.
Yeah, babe. No, I swear. No, she's. No,
yep,
she's
that shot
cool.
again. Good kid right there, breaking up relationships.
Who's spanking you? Because it definitely ain't me, but you deserve an ass whooping right now.
The cool thing about my girl, shout out Charity Williams. She knows I speak out of pocket. Like when we first started talking, like I made it very known that I have no filter. And I need you to be comfortable with how I speak. But as similar as she and I are, Charity does not cuss at all.
Wow.
Like at all. She'll stub her toe. What the frick?
And she don't mind you cussing.
Not at all.
I fuck with that.
Not at all. Her homegirls, some of her dopest homegirls, like they swear like all of that. She does not swear. However, she has the funniest saying, and I had to write it down. She has mild road rage. We driving back, going home from the movie. This dude cut me off. I'm chilling. Out of nowhere, I hear this petite 5'4" voice go, "Are you smoking dick?" I about lost my shit. I said, "What? What did you just say?"
You ain't heard that before?
I ain't never heard that before.
I never heard that before.
I ain't never heard that before.
Yeah.
That broke me.
Smoking dick, smoking
So
something.
what we're saying, so you're saying basically that your girlfriend swears like a Valley Girl white woman.
I am not confirming nor denying that.
Because that makes sense. I never, you know what, that makes sense.
I admire it. I honestly
do you
admire
prefer
it.
if your girl don't cuss or do? Or does it matter?
Well, I used to date this one girl, and she, I mean, if you let her tell the story, she made it seems like I was controlling her because I was telling her, I'm like, hey, you gotta slow up on your swearing. I don't care that you swear. My whole thing was just like, bro, every single other word was like a cuss word. And my whole thing's like, dude, if I introduce you to my mother, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, and then you're just like, I already know how my mom is. So it's just like, my mom does not swear either. So it's just like, so, it's like.
You're a representation of me. If I don't do no shit I wouldn't do.
I've sworn in front of my mom before. I felt really bad.
But that's because you might have been upset about some shit.
Oh, I was when that dude that person tried to steal my Kia Soul.
Right.
And so like I was looking at it with the whole front panel ripped out. And so it was just like what I followed up by saying like I forgot that like mom was like standing like right next to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's like,
justified. I'm sure she
That definitely
she
is.
didn't say anything. And I was just like, I'm like, okay, I'm glad. Because she was like, David, don't say that. I'll be like,
What the fuck do you mean? You just tried to steal my car.
you know what I'm saying?
I'd be tight, dude. Like, I didn't cuss around my mom before.
Be like, fuck you. No way.
Right.
Like, whoops, my bad, mom. You know what I'm saying?
I cuss around both my parents. Honestly, and this is probably the dopest thing, I have smoked weed with both my parents.
Oh, nice.
That's what we were one.
What was that like?
It was great until it wasn't.
Uh-oh.
And then they started reminiscing. And then I was like, fuck, I drove. I don't want to be here right now.
Wait. What do you mean? What?
So it was many, many years ago. My mom pulled up in town and she was like on leave from like the military. And she was like, yo, I gotta crack one. Like I'm on leave. Like I ain't gotta go back. Like I'm not gonna get drugs. I'm like, all right, cool. So I hit my pops up, pulled up on my dad, and this sneaky motherfucker, he put like 2 of them in rotation. And I wasn't even paying attention. And like it was great. Like we was all giggling and everything. I was like, damn, man, I'm smoking with my mom, my dad. Like, it's cool as shit. And then they started reminiscing back when they was dating, and I'm like, oh, I don't know why I'm still here.
Right.
And you try to get their attention, like when they get into the conversation.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, y'all remember that time when I was a baby? And oh wait, nah, y'all split up before then. Wait, y'all remember that time? Like, oh fuck, y'all don't even talking like I'm here.
Remember like so it was reminiscent like they was going too
like deep in it. Now my parents, like, they didn't stay together, like not long after I was born.
Sure.
So for them, like they're going back to like into high school or like, when they were like young and like just, buck wild and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you remember when I was giving you back shots behind the chicken market?
Like I was just like, hey, yo, I'm gonna need you to chill. I'm gonna need you to chill. And my dad, like I take that after my father so much in regards to like, like when you trying to like spit game. I don't see myself spitting game, but like my dad, like he'll put on this voice and he'll do like this little soft giggle behind it.
That nigga try and get him.
And that's how I knew he was activating. I was like, he's activating.
He said it's game time.
Hey, I was like, hey man, I need you to chill right now. He's like, hey, yo, remember that time we almost got caught behind what? I was like, no, shut up, please, no.
She's just like, haha.
My mind back there, you need to stop. I was like, shut the fuck up, please. Y'all killing my high, dude. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
But no, I was like,
I don't like that because it's like, because people will be like, well, that's a good thing because, I mean, you see that the spark is there. I'm just like, I don't care about no spark. I don't want to hear about that. All right, I'll tell you this right now. I found out that my dad, when he was here, like, their undercover saying of them getting ready to do it was chocolate cake. I did not know that until I was like a young adult, and for some reason, like he like we were in church for like, and he, it was like a dating series or whatever, and my dad said that, oh yeah, chocolate cake is like the code word for when, like, you know, because we're about to have sex. And I looked at him. I was like, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's exactly what I said in the church. So I was just like, well, I'll praise him. But like, stop. And I looked at him. That was literally what I was like. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't want, like, look, the spark is there, blah, 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 whatever. This is my mother. So for me, it's just like, yes, your mom's a woman. No, my mom's not a woman. She's mom.
That's mom.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and I don't associate. I understand she's a mom. I understand I'm not a mom. I understand she's a woman. I understand she has needs. I understand that she goes through things, but she is mom. So I don't want to hear.
I'm not reading into that.
I'm not reading into that.
Shit about that.
I don't want to hear about that.
As far as I'm concerned, you ain't got no genitals.
Yeah.
You just look like a woman.
I just spawned out of nowhere.
I just came into being.
Yeah, I was just like,
that's just how that was. That's
right,
just
fucking cheat code.
So speaking of like of that type of stuff, there, relationships and everything in between. What would you say if this video is ridiculous? I gotta. This is. Hold on.
My best friend's boyfriend once told her to tell me that he would fuck the shit out of me. And also told her to tell me that if he would have met me before he met her, that he would have dated me instead. And do you know what this girl did? She came back and she told me and was like, I was the only one mad. I'm like, excuse me? When do we beat his ass? What are you laughing at? What's funny? What's funny? What's funny? What's funny? She's like, oh no, he's just so, but that's not funny. Oh, is you cool? Needless to say, we're not friends anymore.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That man was in his safe space and was like, I ain't gonna get in trouble.
Bro.
Right, damn.
Why would you, was they trying to initiate something? They had to be trying to initiate something. It's either that or like this woman is just so self-conscious that you're just gonna let your man just talk to you however the hell he wants to talk to you. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how you feel. You better keep that always to yourself or tell your friends about it. You ain't finna be telling me about that shit. Cause then I be there saying, well, they go get that nigga in.
Yeah.
Go get that motherfucker in. And
yeah, cause like, so yeah, so you guys are both in relationships. Like if your girl was like said to another guy, oh well, if I wasn't in a relationship, then I would do such and such with you.
And she meant that, like with conviction?
Even if we were joking around or meant it, because even if you joke around, like there's always like some level to like jokes, right? Like there's a little bit of truth.
And but like what pissed me off is like, nigga, if you do that shit and I find out that that's what you did, like, even if you trying to be funny, now that we together, and you think that shit cool, like, that shit's not cool. You just put something in the air. And I'm a nigga, my homie a nigga. I know he loyal to me for sure, but if you in a situation where you throw yourself at him, and he might be under the influence, whatever the case may be, or whatever the fuck, like, I ain't no telling what, bro, and I have to beat the both of y'all ass. But
I don't know about that.
I feel like putting that shit in the air.
No, because like the thing is like you can't blame that on alcohol.
You can't.
Because like if you say, bro was faded, it's like
you always know. I always know what the fuck
that means
going
that you
on
was
with me.
already like you already had that on the brain. It's just like you just that was just the floodgates. It's just like if I got drunk and then I ended up doing like something gay with like someone or whatever. Right. It's just like, and I'm like, oh, I was drunk.
Was thinking about that.
I was already thinking about it.
Yep.
I just had the courage now to go forward with it.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the only thing that I'm saying. I ain't saying blame it on the alcohol, but that's probably the only time that shit would actually follow through for real.
Nah.
You think that you think that niggas would do that shit? Well, if niggas would do that shit sober, they ain't your. If the niggas do that shit at all, they ain't your niggas.
That's what I'm saying. But you can't man. I don't know. I've been drunk. I'm
not making excuses for nobody.
Man, look, bro. Like I've been drunk a full plenty of times, and when we was drunk outside that club, and you know who was acting weird, it's just like if there was any moment that it could have happened, that would have been the moment. But it's just like, but no, it's like for me, I'm like, oh well. What? Stop being weird.
That shit wouldn't happen. That shit wouldn't fly with me either.
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't do no shit with my homies' girls ever.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I beat and told they ass like, yo, you gotta check that.
I don't like that. Oh, we were drunk. Nah, bro.
Fuck that. But yeah, nah. If you put that shit in the air, if that motherfucker, if it got back to that person and you literally was just like, oh yeah, if I didn't know Ricky, I would have definitely. If I'd knew you before I knew Ricky probably wouldn't exist. So like I do this to you, XYZ, da da da.
You might as well just do it then. Just break up.
No, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Because
it's like,
dead.
Because I mean, like at that point, it's just like you already like teasing the thought in your mind because it's like it's forbidden fruit at the end of the day. Because you could like link with this person and they could be trash in bed.
Yep. Fucked up.
So then what? You know what I'm saying? You're just like, oh, well, I guess I was
really sorry.
Look, next you know, they come back acting all nice. Like, hey, you don't never cook. What?
Exactly.
Look, I ain't never seen you do this before.
Yeah, I love you,
Brandon.
Brandon.
Try something different. Like, okay, well, you something off your chest. Like, what's going on?
Hey,
I'm terrible, dude.
About now you're really sorry.
What
I'm terrible with questions like that. Shirley will ask me some questions, not necessarily like that, but like a what if kind of thing. I'm so nonchalant though. It's like, I guess so.
What like a what if? Like what do you mean?
Let me think. What is I wish I could think of one that she had did recently.
Like it's like, if you had the opportunity to link with this celebrity or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Like that one is cool because like it's harmless and everything.
I don't know. Because I mean,
what are the chances?
Pretty high though, if you're gonna be like successful in your acting field. I think it's a little bit more personal because of what we do,
right.
There's a chance that this may actually happen. Right?
Right.
Because like no answer is gonna be good. You can't tell Charity, man, I would take SZA down like it that because then you're
no, she cut me off so quick.
Because then it's like
setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
You know, it's like taking it and playing with it, knowing like how far. Like obviously, you got to know your person.
Sure.
But it's like, all right, how far can we take this joke before it's like, all right, you probably should like, chill the fuck out.
You start getting really specific.
Yeah. Like, and then I was just on the road, and all of a sudden, oh shit, I stopped at this weird hotel. Hey, SZA popped out.
Right.
And she's like, hey, you trying to party? He's like, hey, yo, how long have you been thinking about this?
Exactly.
You're continuing to go.
And then, like, hypothetically, she brings out the beads, and I'm like, yes. And,
so long story short, hey, me and SZA got it all. But, it's like, I think I've learned to get to that point now in my life to where now that I am, in a relationship and then even, God forbid, beyond that, once you reach a certain age and maturity, it's like, hey, if you're going to do some shit, you just going to do some shit.
Sure.
I'm not going to put myself into the mental capacity to be feeling bad about the decisions that you made. And vice versa. If I do some stupid shit and I get caught, I have to take ownership of it because I did some dumb shit versus you did some dumb shit. I'm not going to hold that against you. If that's what you wanted to do here, I'll give you the freedom and the means to be able to go do that. I'm just going about my business.
So mature.
It's easy to say, but then, obviously once you get into that situation, it could be different.
Yeah. Well, and plus it depends on how locked in you are because when you're like in love with somebody, bro, you'll like that crash out. Like a lot of people like, I'll never crash out over a woman. You get the right woman, bro, you're going to be flipping tables. You know what I'm saying? And throwing chairs like over that person.
Yeah, especially if you know how good she was for you.
Yeah.
And some shit pop off with her and another motherfucker.
Man.
Especially if y'all like, I try to get all crazy or whatever, but like if y'all sexual chemistry on point, you find out that she messing with somebody else, you be there.
That's what I'm telling you. That is
that kill that nigga.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and all right, I shouldn't say this. I'm gonna say it. That's why the idea of like, what was that one movie? Best Man? Oh, when he was about to he was about to choke him, and then like he was at the altar, and then the first thing he has like a thought of her like getting done in by like old dude. It's just like, man, if you were to blow this whole place up on some ISIS shit, hey, I wouldn't. Okay, probably not that serious, but it's just like, but no, like
it would be you could be able to argue it.
No, because like you got to think about it. It's just like it's the thought because like you. How can I put this the cleanest way possible? You are allowing access, so there's an act that is being done to you, and you not doing the act. So it's just like, so keeping that in your mind, you are allowing, like, and it's just like, I don't want to think about that. So it's just like.
I'll say Harper was the victim. It'd be one thing if he was pursuing Mia, even after, like, Lance was doing all his bullshit. She does have some blame because she allowed that shit to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Lance deserved for it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But if Harper wasn't so much of a bitch and handled his business and be like, hey, yo, man, I fucked up. I smashed your girl.
Yeah.
Albeit you was cheating and shit. I still, fucked your girl.
Man, who cares if I was cheating?
But he put it in a book. And it was like, just acting all rah-rah about it, like, motherfucker, you made that shit so easy that the grimiest dude in your friend group figured that shit out and couldn't wait to see your ass.
No.
And was like, hey, nigga.
No.
Hey, you know this motherfucker gonna kill you when he find this shit out. If I figured this shit out,
oh, man.
Wait till he figured that shit out.
And when Brandon finds out, you better hide your grandmother.
Listen,
Right. Hide your fucking grandma.
He's just like,
that nigga's making a book next.
Right? Brandon gonna be at the nursing home, standing in the doorway, all sinister.
Right.
Oh, Brandon, it's good to see you.
This is like, what's up, Miss Gladys? I got some peppermints. What's
Exactly.
Yeah. Got that butterscotch.
They already out the package too, so you can get to them quick.
Exactly.
Put them right back in your pocket when you don't want them motherfuckers.
You want me to clean your dentures for you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
the motherfuckers out the wrapper, you get to them
like,
quick.
man, is that orange gel in your pocket? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
breathe the strawberry candies and you just.
Stay ready.
What was that?
I got that icy hot for your cool down, baby. I got
Oh
you.
my God. What?
Oh, shit.
That is disgusting.
That's how that be though, man. I'll be ready to kill me a motherfucker if I ever found out some shit like that.
Yeah.
You ain't invited to my wedding. That girl is done. I'm not fucking with her no more. Ain't even no wedding. Like that shit called off. And even if I cheated, I did not fuck none of, like, I cheated with people that motherfuckers don't know for real.
Don't worry about who I cheat with. I cheat. I'm playing.
Like I cheat with motherfuckers like that. I'm not out here fucking your homegirls. Like, I'm out here doing what I do and it's wrong. Mm-hmm. But nigga, for you to let my my close like friend group, like homie, like do that, you're fucking bogus. I don't give a fuck how you take it. I don't give a fuck none of that shit. Like, I know I did some wrong shit, but you ain't have no ties to none of them hoes that I was fucking with. But for you to like one up me and fuck with my homie, and for my homie to be cool with that, and then gonna write a book and then try to make it seem like it's some swaggy ass shit. I done killed him with that book.
Oh, worse is just like on some John Wick, like at the beginning of John Wick.
Killed him with that book, bro.
He killed Boba with that book. He said,
right. Just all in your motherfucking face, nigga.
Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll be there, set that motherfucker ever so right on your, stump that shit right on your motherfucking face, nigga. I'm not playing. I'll be there, whoop their ass with that book.
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing. You know what? You know what's worse is Love and Basketball, bro. I hate that movie.
I ain't seen Love and Basketball in so long.
I hate that movie so much. That dude was such a jerk. Yeah. He was such a jerk. That whole movie,
he was an asshole.
He really was, man.
For no reason.
It's just like, hey, bro, like your girl got a cool career. Like, man, like the whole like NBA flying, like, WNBA flying everything out. You got to understand, a lot of that stuff does not, like, at least maybe for me, it doesn't intimidate me. Who gives a crap at the end of the day?
Right.
It's just like, man, this girl's balling, this girl's hooping, she making money, all that stuff.
And she loved me.
Oh, I'm with it.
Right, what the fuck, nigga? We win.
People be trying to like tee you for that. Like, man, you just gonna let it go? Yes. What's the problem?
I don't want to hear shit. I can't listen to no nigga who let that girl take care of him. Like, well, you ain't ever had no girl that could take care of you, nigga. Like, that's just what that is. I didn't ask for it. She fucked with me. She had her own dreams and was inspired, and she went and, perfected her craft. Niggas noticed her. She got a bag. She still fuck with me. I'm not going to tell her to put the bag away so I can feel some type of man.
Yeah, you got like a WNBA player. You're just like, I think you need to retire.
Right, like, I don't know, man. All of these roof Chris, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Doing dash orders, they doing something to me. Like, I'm mad I can't return the favor. Like, we just gonna Subway this shit for the rest of the, like, man, fuck that. No, we eating good. If she's feeding me, if she flying me out shit like that, and we've been locked in before she got there, there's no reason for me to feel insecure at that point.
I've always hated that idea because, like, you have people that will talk about, like, I understand NBA players get paid more than WNBA players, but they still get paid good money.
Hell yeah.
You got to think about that. It's just like, oh, well, Cameron Brink makes $1 million. LeBron makes $200 million. $1 million is still a lot of money.
$1 million is still a lot of niggas ain't gonna see.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you'll
people
spend that in your lifetime, but you ain't gonna see it all at once.
People be trying to like clown and be like, that's not a lot of money when you think about it. Oh, you got $1 million, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
You ever blew a whole
Say
M
what you-
in your bank account that you was staring at you? You ever just blew that shit? Nigga, you ain't ever had no M altogether in your fucking possession, nigga. You'll probably spend it. A lot of us will spend that shit before we die. But nigga, we ain't ever had that shit as one whole M. What the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah,
I hit a lick. Nigga, I could eat anywhere with this.
That's yeah, I could definitely get up out of here.
Right. What the fuck is you
know
talking
what I'm
about?
saying? Is I always hate it when people do that because I think it's like folks that be trying to talk big money, but like, man, you really don't be making like money like that. You know what I'm saying? You know it's not a lot of money. It's just like, okay, well, until I see you with like Jay-Z money, please don't talk to me about like what's a lot of money.
$1 million, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, all right, look at it like this. I know a friend, he was getting paid $17 an hour. $17 an hour is not a lot. But he was excited because he's like, bro, I'm an ex-convict. Like, I used to get jobs that would pay less than 12. And he's excited over 17.
Hell yeah.
Puts a lot of things into perspective.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like when you try to clown people, that's not a lot of
That's
money.
what the fuck motherfuckers be like. You see you drive past billboards that say the lottery numbers on them all the time. 200 million, 569 million on like a Powerball. And you're like, damn, bro, all I need is just one. Everybody that said it one time, like, bro, just give me at least one of them motherfuckers, one M.
Yeah.
I take it all. If it's up to me.
Oh, absolutely.
Just let me get, if I know who got it, if I know who won this, just let me get one, bro. I'll be out your hair.
Oh, trust and believe, bro. If I robbed a billionaire, bro, let me pull up on Oprah, bro. I got the shotty out.
Right.
I just need one.
I just need one.
Like you said, I just need one B.
Right.
That's all I need.
That's all I need. I take them all. But I'll take one. Nigga, I'll beat your ass. Take one.
Yeah.
You'll still be rich. It's cool. We both win.
Oh God, honestly, I'll take 500K. I don't even have to get a mill.
500K around here, you chilling.
Nigga, I could
Absolutely.
do some real damage with 500K to change my life, nigga.
Yeah, what's 500K to you beyond? Whoops, I don't need this.
Oh, shit.
Wrong person, but I'll rob you too. No,
Get the beehive.
get the beehive.
Right.
Use those Illuminati powers. You'll never see me again. Them niggas practice IFA, bro. I'm gonna wake up with like 3 eyes,
Right.
like pus dripping down. What's going on?
Right.
I'm like,
What's this good kid, man? Talking about robbing my girl.
oh my God. I shouldn't say that part. I remember like bro was trying to tell me like he was trying to talk me into doing like IFA, and he was like, yeah, Jay-Z and Beyonce do it. They sacrifice chickens. And I'm like, first off, how do you even know? You don't know that. You don't know what they do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what they do in their spare time. But like, the thing that made me kind of like scratch my head is like, that's your selling point?
Chickens.
No, Beyonce and
No,
Jay-Z.
Beyonce and Jay-Z, that's their selling point is
Right.
Beyonce and Jay-Z do it. I'm like, I don't give a crap what they do.
I'd have been mad at the chicken part because I'm like, do they eat the chicken? Like, is this why chicken
Right.
got so goddamn expensive? Like, you motherfuckers just sacrificing chickens. Motherfuckers is hungry.
You ain't even sacrificing the chicken.
You
Low key,
sacrificing the chicken for your talent?
all they do
Right.
is cook it. That's how they sacrifice it. Like,
Right,
nigga,
exactly. They just,
You talking about nigga? They cooking chicken.
right?
Hey, what the fuck?
They skipped the middleman. They got a process. They doing
Right,
this
they
shit
go
in
to
their kitchen.
Walmart and buy it. They're just like, whole chicken, nice, got this, right?
Right.
We're sacrificing it with some
fucking-
oregano and some salt.
I would imagine that's all it took. I had to just prepare a 3-course meal with the damn chicken as the focal point, and I can have a couple M's in my bank account by this evening.
It's like just
Right.
make it look like a ritual. Just make a fucking campfire
Right.
with some rocks around it.
This whole time, bro, we were being deceived by the internet.
roasted.
Right? We just like, man, they have to sacrifice somebody in order to get there. Turns out it's a 4-course meal.
Right.
Chicken, some rolls, mashed potatoes.
Damn, you got the whole fucking Popeyes in that bitch.
Right? You just have an elite dude in a suit, an Illuminati guy. He's like, he tries it. That was pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's like, dude, you should have came to the sacrifice. Well, I ain't into all of that shit. It was good. Like, it really was.
It was really delicious.
Transferred. Boom. There you go, man.
He eats the food. Good job, Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Good job, Drake. I did good.
I did good.
Check your bank account.
Did good.
Check your bank account. So you're gonna get rid of Kendrick for me, right? No, I'm playing. We'll get back to you on that.
Right.
You got to make something a little bit tastier than this chicken.
Sorry, vegans. You got to find something else.
Oh man, right? That'd be hilarious if it was like a vegan celebrities. It's like I had to do so many things to get rich.
Y'all just get rid of chickens. Like,
all they had to do was eat a burger from Jack in the Box.
Right.
You didn't have to do nothing.
Right.
Oh boy.
You don't know the type of pain I deal with.
oh my god.
Cuts to them eating a pork chop.
But I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, Piglet. I'm sorry. Like,
You gotta have like a angry Asian mom in the background. Swallow it.
Right. You know damn well them pigs.
You know how many kids in Africa wish that they could eat this shit?
Right. Fucking chitlins.
God dang.
I hate it when people say that African thing, like you know how many children in Africa, like you know how many billionaires live in Africa?
You know how beautiful Africa is? That's what pissed me off is they don't ever show like the prettier parts of Africa. I ain't even been out there, but you know how many, like we could go anywhere, literally anywhere in the world, show their worst neighborhood, and if we promoted that the whole time, the whole world would think that that's what the fuck everything looks like.
Oh, absolutely.
You could literally promote, the way Compton is, like for the longest, niggas was documenting like Compton and how everything went down in there to the point where niggas go to LA, they're like, don't know, man. Like Compton everywhere. Nigga, that's a place in a large ass state that's beautiful. You're tripping. Same thing with Africa. Oh, they got loose dogs out there. I be seeing them. They be,
look at hyenas walking around.
It's man, the Serengeti. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. That's a few fucking, that's miles, like miles and miles away from their fucking malls that got designer clothes just like us and
you
shit.
have Africans walking around dressed up like how you dressed up.
Fly as hell. Three cars, 3 bank accounts, all in 6 figures.
Listening to Future.
talking about, I'm thinking about sending my family a car. Like, nigga.
And he's so damn successful.
Right. I'm thinking about sending my family a car.
Absolutely, dude. You just like, bro, what the heck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you get off the plane in Africa. Where are the skinny ass kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
everybody fat as hell, like like Mexican kids.
It's like I brought all this food. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's the thing. It's just like, I've always got annoyed when people like, oh, well, you have these billionaires. They're like, oh, we got to go to Africa. We have to take care of these starving kids. I'm like, there's starving kids in America. Yeah. Why don't you focus on them?
Right.
You know, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but like, my God.
Start from the beginning, nigga.
Yeah.
Start from where you at, bro. You acting like everybody in America just so well off. Like it ain't niggas with bloated stomachs too, sitting up here looking like in the arms of an angel fucking commercials. Like, bro.
I turned the channel every time that shit came on.
I hated that shit.
Anytime I see that commercial, I'm like, I think it's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Right.
Starting to get late.
That shit is so depressing. I think what fucked me up wasn't even like the bloated stomachs, bro. It was the kids with like the cleft lip. I'm like, damn.
Oh, that shit.
And the fly crawling just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, just sitting up there dirty as hell, fucking lit like
don't let that shit come on in the middle of a session.
Right.
Motherfucker be fucking. Nah, man, we gotta try tomorrow.
Right.
I'm sad. I'm sad.
We sad now, baby. We
You got $1. I can send these little motherfuckers somewhere.
Damn. Like, hey, maybe my card out there. Maybe my card out the shit. Let me call us home free.
I ain't in the mood no more.
Back shots while crying, just. Because you know they play those in the middle of the night because they don't play them during the game.
They never do.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Never
LeBron hits a 3, they go up 6, and then it cuts to like every 2 minutes, a small African baby is shot in the face. You're just like,
right.
God damn.
And the whole time you got NBA League Pass. With your new NBA League Pass, you could choose to donate $3 to the next kid.
This nigga Drewski shows up with an NBA League Pass.
Hey, maybe we do that. We should shoot a commercial though, air for like the Super Bowl.
That would be
like get a real rich homie on board because you never see that shit during the Super. Air that shit during the Super Bowl.
That is true.
And see how what pops off after that.
And you over here with prize picks.
Yeah, right. It's like you can get $1 million picking your favorite athletes. No. I can't tell you how many times I lost money during this NFL season because my wide receiver can't fucking catch. Bro, I had a shot to win, it was like $300. I needed Terry McLaurin to score one more touchdown. Mm-hmm. What this motherfucker do?
What do you do?
He got set out.
Niggas
At
go
the goal line,
niggas,
it's hot.
niggas go cold. That shit, yeah, that's why I don't be gambling and stuff like that. I was at a little kickback yesterday, and one of the people there had bet on AD with the little Dallas and Memphis game.
That was a big mistake right there.
Already fucked it.
But AD ended up dropping like 32 or some shit. Like he had him dropping like 25, I think. And it was the fucking AD had 20, I think he had like 22 points at the half. This nigga was sitting in his chair like, I'm like, so you think they're not gonna put one of they star player in there for the rest of the half? You think unless he just fall on his fucking ankle and fuck up, that's the only way. But this nigga AD is bound to drop another 3 points.
Yeah.
You got a whole half left. I said, nigga, go outside and relax. It's like, I can't, bro. You don't know how much is like
Too much anxiety.
That's why I don't bet, bro.
Yep.
That's why I don't, because dead ass, and you bet on AD, you're goofy for that, because that nigga can hurt himself.
I remember I
fuck your whole night up.
I slid into this was a while back. I slid into the DMs of a girl. She played sports. And so, I was talking to her about it. I said, okay, so, please don't take it personal if I use you for a parlay. And then she thought it was funny. I'm like, you're laughing, but that's how I'm going to pay for the date. You know what I'm saying? It worked, bro. Man, my sense of humor, sometimes I'll be like, I hope this works. You know what I'm saying? But
that's great, dude.
Hey, that's a beaver shit right there.
That's some slick shit.
Bro said that's how it
That's
how I'm going to pay for the date.
So you better.
Yep.
So you better
go in.
You better hoop.
You better hit these free throws.
Right.
Because if you don't.
Your ass at home.
Yep.
Exactly.
Snake is not on me.
We watching a movie from 123movies.com.
Right.
We got Wendy's. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
we ain't even together, nigga. We FaceTiming all of this shit.
Oh God. Well, that's we close to getting to 2 hours, so I guess we can wrap it up there.
Damn,
Metrick,
that was fast.
It was. Metrick, what do you have to say for yourself before we get up out of here?
That's what she said. Even if it wasn't a 5-second rule, I would still put it in my mouth. That's what his daughter said. I know Lily she way too young to even know what the fuck she just said right there. But boy, Nate is forming these girls into some funny ass quotes.
Oh my God. And you already know Nate be out of pocket with his quotes.
Yep.
You already know.
That shit funny as hell.
Goodness gracious.
Yep, that's literally that's the quote right there, man.
Is that what you have to say?
Even if it wasn't a 5-second rule, I would still put it in my mouth.
That's wild.
Goodness gracious.
That's wild.
Shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all so much, bro.
Yes.
I know I was sick earlier, but I'd be even more sick if I didn't show up here to make y'all laugh today, man. I'm super committed to this shit. We all super committed to this shit, bro.
Yes,
we love y'all. We love the progress that we made so far.
So much fun.
And this shit only gonna go up from here, bro. And one day, everybody who was here from day one, y'all gonna see it. And then y'all gonna be all in them comment sections like, man, I was here for such and such. Them niggas that went from blah, blah, blah to here and here. They got these people on. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Just lock in with us. It's gonna be an interesting journey, bro. We on the up and up. But I love y'all so much.
Brandon, what do you have to say to the people before we sign out?
Man, first of all, thank you both.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
It's my first podcast.
Hey, there we go.
I appreciate the
We
love.
love to have you back.
I would love to be back.
Yes.
I make this time like y'all cool. Definitely subscribe, please.
Yes.
Please subscribe.
You heard the man.
Be a part of a following that's going to be like, yo, I was there from day one when this blows up.
Yes, sir.
And support your local Omaha artists.
Yes, sir.
We are trying, we are out here, we are working. Just like if you were from Texas, from LA, Chicago, wherever, somebody has your start. And this right here, dope as fuck, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I appreciate that so much. So if I'm gonna say anything at all, keep doing what y'all doing. Keep grinding. Don't give a damn what anybody is saying. I support y'all 110%. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. From one black man to another black man. From one artist to another artist. From one Omahan to another Omahan.
Yes, sir.
Keep doing y'all thing. And to my people out here that work with kids, I heard this funny ass saying today. If you're gonna do something stupid, you better be tough.
Oh, I like that.
I love that. But
you heard what the man said.
Yeah, but again, I'm Brandon Williams. Brandon, Ithrodown on Instagram.
I throw down.
Facebook.
He does not throw around his penis.
No, I don't.
He is a gentleman.
I'm a gentleman.
Yep, he'll beat your ass. That's what it means.
That's what it means. Exactly.
Test his gangster.
Except for DJ.
Except DJ.
No,
Except DJ.
Nah.
DJ Dinner took that name.
Right? It's my name now. It's my name, punk.
Right. That's my bike, punk.
Right? You want some of this too, old man? No. What I have to say before we, like I said before, thank you for joining us. Taking time out of your day to join us. I'll keep things simple and brief for myself. But first things first, man. All glory to God in everything that we do. We're just working from the ground up. And so what I have to say is self-image is a mental image of yourself, and you behave in a manner consistent on how you view yourself. The source of our faith determines the quality of our faith. And our faith is as valuable as the dependability of the source. So if your faith is in money, it's only going to last as long as you have money. If your source is in a material or in a relationship, it will only stay as long as that is intact. Bad things are going to happen, and life is going to life. And when you put all of your eggs into one basket in a material need, because the thing is, that stuff was created for us, not vice versa. And that's the problem that a lot of people have, is this, like, they worship things in this idea that we were made for it. Money was made for us. Loss of money, loss of faith, loss of hope. That's exactly why you have all these millionaires and billionaires that are depressed. They have everything that they can ask for, but still they're sad. Why? Because they put their dependability in a source that is meant as a tool. I understand we all trying to get our paper. I understand we all trying to get our bread. But at the end of the day, that our self-image is not wrapped up in what it is that we can do. Because at the end of the day, that is what we do. That is not who you are, right? Oh, I'm a musician. Oh, I'm a doctor. Oh, I'm a truck driver. I'm a mechanic. No, that's what you do. Who are you? That's what you have to figure out. My name is David Terrell Green. Thank you guys for joining us. And we'll see you for episode 61. Till then, adios.
Your mama.
That wasn't nice.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on social media, and don't be musty.